Now, remember, you're all a big part of the show, so the better you are, the better Larry is. Okay, now you see this gentleman? Now he's giving you this sign, and it says, we're on in 10 seconds, so get ready to have a good time. Alright, here we go. This is exciting, isn't it?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Paradise, Monday, come on! Give yourself brave warriors of the open mic circuit. Give yourself a round of applause. You are the guests on the talk show of Easy Paradise tonight. You are all stars. You're all brilliant artists. We're in the museum. We're going to look at everybody's art. We're going to respect everybody's art. We're in the gallery. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you for coming out. 2-drink minimum, baby! Easy Paradise, 2-drink minimum. Give it up for Kuzu Daddy on the 1s and 2s. Let's take it out. Let's go ahead and kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, Muzu. Everybody, it's the day after Shakespeare's birthday. How are we all doing out there? You ready to rock Madison Square Garden? Downtown New York, there's nothing like it. There's nothing better, baby. It's a live wire tonight. We're TNT. I've got my poetry chat books. Okay, this is a springtime essential. Are you? Yeah. You know, don't fight over it or anything. They're limited copies. I make these on my laser printer personally. I staple them myself. These are handmade. I drew that cover in my little notebook and scanned it in with my tiny, thank you, exactly. So these are my DIY poetry zines. This is how we're trying to take the culture back. I'm trying to get editors from major publishing, FSG, Random House, Penguin Publishing, come on. This is the future of literature right here. We need a major hardbound reissue of these things. But these are the Star Wars action figures, you know, like when you first got them. So you want to collect these things. I will personally inscribe it with a personal message to you. Yes. If you purchase one of these things, if you can Venmo me free money if you want to do that, I'm not opposed. It's at Shoyish. At Shoyish.
Curse me out of it!
How do you spell Shoyish?
Shoyish, everybody. Get on these now. You do not want to miss this deal. You want to be in on the ground floor on this. This is City Life, okay? This is the springtime New York classic. This is 2 years ago. Have we been enjoying the cherry blossoms? I mean, the flowers, the smells. It's such a beautiful spring. You want to read City Life and have it be your poetry tour guide. It's all about being in New York in spring. And then I've also got the open mic classic and my sex book. If anybody wants my sex book, okay? This is the best book I ever wrote. So it's illegal in this country. It's being banned by Fox News. It's banned in schools. DeSantis wants it out of the schools. DeSantis, and so you buy this book and you give it to the children and you say, read it. That's right. Super gay. Super gay. All right. Hey, how's everybody doing out there? I mean, we're talking. It's Shakespeare's birthday. I'm not going to push any Shakespeare on you because we get enough of that. It's imperialism, okay? It's British Empire shit. But there's also tons of, Shakespeare, there's a lot of, it's queer. There's a lot of queer, there's a lot of trans stuff in Shakespeare. I mean, there's tons of gender play, and that, you know, that's what we should be getting into. So, queer, Shakespeare, that's what I'm about. But I'm just going to read a couple of my own pieces to kind of get things started here in Easy Paradise. Yes, that's right. We're here. I'm wearing my Italian double-breasted, my power suit. Because it's Manhattan, we have power lunches, and we write power poetry, and everything we do is tough. That's right. So everybody just can talk. Everybody just read. You read, you read. This is niche automatic. Niche automatic. Niche automatic. Wine wants me to fuck o'clock. That's what time it is. It's Wine Wants Me to Fuck O'Clock in Easy Paradise, everybody. On Monday night. Hope you're ready to get rowdy on Monday, okay? Because this is the party night. I don't even go out on Saturday, man. That's for amateurs. I stay home and I watch John Cusack movies. You got John Cusack fans? Yeah! Rat Billings. Pro Shot 1080p. Vanilla Nutritives. Stepping out to get some fresh air. I could teach you with my books, but they're all in storage. 3 carburetors sucking on gas like a vacuum cleaner. $6 a gallon. Costs $100 every time you want to go out. Sting and Hogan, the contract has been signed. Heavyweight contender called the cops. Big announcement to make on Monday. Skull and Roses, Ventura County Fairgrounds. Everybody's getting older, delayed for hours. I can use that finally in the air. Someone was in the bathroom, back on TikTok, taught by Conan, as is often the case with Grace Jones. So I had a huge announcement that I was going to make tonight. I was going to drop a bombshell on everybody. And the bombshell was that Easy Paradise is back on TikTok. And I was going to just like light the TikTok world on fire with clips from all of the Easy Paradise greats and all the superstars. And I got banned from TikTok permanently. I think it's because I was smoking weed on TikTok.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
So,
If you need a lawyer.
all right, yeah. Can you represent me? The People versus TikTok. Thank you. All right, we got the dream team. This will be fantastic. Okay, I'm just going to read one more, then we're going to kick it off. We got some great acts tonight. Thank you all for coming out. Ground rules: 5 minutes per performer, 2 drinks per performer. This is called reduced lunch. I got reduced lunch when I was in school because I was poor. 40 cents.
Talk about it.
40 cents. That's how much it costs.
Talk about
And then they just started giving it to me for free. They're like, you're so poor. You don't even have to pay. And they have these styrofoam plates that I would smash over people's heads. 40 cents. Nothing's that cheap anymore. Narrated by Keith David.
Yes.
Keith David, the 90s were acoustic. Singles became friends without licensing Devondra. A year in the can before the studio knew how to market it. Back and forth with the network. You won't even notice it's gone. Curtains keep it night, even during the day. Sacagawea or Pocahontas sharing a rental car with Edward Albee, or cover bands Troubadours. An indigestible catalog. Chapter 3 going Chapter 2. Demolishing Grand Prospect Hall. In my bedroom with its chances. Everybody, welcome to Easy Paradise. We are so stoked to have you. You're going to have such a fun night, such a great time. It's 420 Week Part 2. We're going to kick it off with some jam classics. We got poetry, we got comedy, we got brilliant musicians, we have the finest in classical music. This first performer runs an event called the Socialist Variety Hour, I believe, at Young Ethel's. I wanted to highlight that. Can we get Cal Toe up? Cal Toe making his Easy Paradise return to play some socialist acoustic guitar for us.
Let's give it up for Matt, everybody. I love a host that brings the energy. Some people go, oh, I'm gonna be all chill. Matt brings the energy every time. One more time for this. Wonderful. Okay, my name is Cal. I'm from Albany, New York. That's the state capital. Hold your applause. That's too kind. Way too kind. My family has invested very heavily in beaver pelts, and we have done quite poorly for ourselves. So, this is a song about health insurance. Every year, I sign up for health insurance. Don't understand see on the documents, and I never really know what my insurance plan is. White dental and vision are separate. Nobody here can help me understand it now. Telling me I got a pre-existing condition, and they say that I need to get a medical pre-authorization, but I don't know what either of those words mean. All I know is this receptionist is staring at me like I'm a fucking idiot. What is my goddamn copay? And what the shit is a fucking deductible? I never know if I'm in or out of the network, and frankly I have no idea how health insurance works. Oh no, I have no idea how this health insurance works, and it's all so goddamn confusing. Is it an HMO or a PPO? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But then I get all these letters in the mail. Got all these charges on it, but it tells me that it's not a bill. So then throw it away and I say, oh well. Then I get another one 3 months later telling me I fucked up and now it's overdue. And when does my benefit period begin? And why do I need a different ID card just to pick up a prescription? They want me to pay out the pocket. Oh, sorry, Mr. Doctor, for that cash I simply do not got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, my dear friends. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Socialist Variety Hour. It's a variety show I host once a month. It's this Friday in Brooklyn. You can look it up on Instagram, the Socialist Variety Hour. And we always have room for a poet. And I have booked several now poets from this mic. So if you want to do the show too, let me know. I'm going to get off the goddamn stage now. Have a great night.
Cal Toe, everybody. Check out the Socialist Variety Hour. And thank you for writing that topical song about health insurance. That's not an easy thing to write a song about, I imagine. Give it up. We've got poets from the West Coast in the house. We have Los Angeles poets visiting from out of town. So this is a special night. We've got some real heavyweights. This next poet runs an amazing series. It's this Sunday, the Wordshed NYC at P&T Knitwear, which is a great new space. Oh, amazing. Heck yeah. What street is it on?
It's on Orchard. 180 Orchard Street.
180, there you go. It's walking distance. It's right here.
We just walked it.
180, so check out Wordshed NYC. It's this Sunday at 6 p.m. And give it up. Let's have a big round of applause for Leah elimeliah. I'm sorry. Leah, everybody.
It's Leah elimeliah. Hello. Oh my God, the love. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Matt, thank you.
Woo.
If I were to, I'd give up notepads and pens filling my colorful purses to make light. I'd give up poetry in my hand I recite. I'd give up memories braided through my hair. I'd give up on the evening read with Anne Sexton in my living room, my dream of visiting Big Sur to sip tea with Henry Miller. I'd give up on the idea of hosting a salon with Anais Nin. I'd give up Sade for Mailer. I'd give up my love affair with Juna Barnes. I'd snatch the bouquet of red roses from Clarice Lispector and give up on the idea of becoming a rabbi or a dominatrix. I'd give up on Minna and Alice because Gertrude did. I'd give up on the trip I never took with LSD. I'd give up on my fellow poets, my fellow artists. I'd give up, even those who don't know they are my children. I'd give up on my desire to live. What for? Who is even breathing to see me? Stacking fantasies one on top of another, thinking I'd climb out of this one. So, these are all from my poetry workshop that basically is all based on prompts. But I'm not really into prompts, but I thought I'd take advantage. Poem about giving up. Sitting in the poetry workshop, workshopping poetry, breaking waves, spilling, plunging, collapsing, surging. The name alone and I'm ready. Feeling the pressure of memory and what's to come, I can hear ghosts crying, they have come to take me. I'm supposed to write about giving up. Instead, I want to cry out, take me. That's right. Is that too bad? Is that giving up? Be strong, Leah. I say this only because Bernadette said it, and when I read it, I sensed her power. Acknowledged the immediacy of her rage against the page. Spilling sour cherries. Do not be afraid, I say to myself. Stop being so afraid. What can happen if all fear comes to be my morning medicine? A shake from the man who silences me. I'm nobody's mother. Nobody. Just context, some obstacle. I chronicle with my body, count years of forgiving, forging, receiving. Blows to the head from those sending blows to the head. I want to return to that place where I only understood what eyes found. A return to the simplicity of childhood or the complexity of childhood. Now all I want to is give up. What's wrong with that, really? What's wrong with telling you that? Those women who want you want what I can't offer, what you want to sacrifice. Maybe I should give that up. And by giving up, I'll set the trouble free. At dinner, we laugh, and you lean in to kiss me. At dinner, you feed me bones, joints, a medley of mad love. And
Yeah.
this last poem is a prompt to describe your experience of the page or screen or surface as you are writing. Please take notes. I expect you to come back with a poem about that next week. Noticing as if for the first time lines across the page is vast, irreversible. Information, some of it is image, but only from afar. When you're attempting to see pages as a whole, impeding, carrying information, presenting facts, demanding to be gazed at, and yes, I want to look up at you. Indirectly, the outbreak of language infalling. Belief in the words that make the most sense disrupt the impasse, inadvertently snatch me. To mean something different, something ousted, re-engaging with the page seems an impossible feat. Is there even a point? On the page where there's resolve will meaning appear. Ingesting voracious matter of facts will anything become, or poetry will pose as self out of this one. Once again I turn the page over. There's always new ways to unravel. The blank quickly begins to fill, lose sight of silence. Page empty is silence. Often without refute or reposit, the page uploads itself. Thank you so much, man.
Give it up for Leah, everybody. And check out the Wordshed NYC. It's a great open mic. If you're looking for poetry open mics, I definitely recommend it. It's at P&T Knitwear, a great new venue on Orchard Street. So give it up one more time for Leah, everybody. All right, can we get Liza Lacroix? Is Liza Lacroix out there? All right, can we get a big round of applause for Liza Lacroix, everybody?
I wasn't expecting to go this early. Am I talking too loudly or is that okay? Okay. Louder. It's my first time also. Ooh, I can't see. I have my role in society as a respectful teacher and an alter ego that engages in voyeurism and sadomasochism. I have two realities, one that is expected of me by society and another of my private escape, which consists of my sexual fantasies and my quests for a specific kind of intimacy. I had fantasies at a young age of being raped. Was it a self-fulfilling prophecy that my first time was not consensual with an older man? Ooh, I'm shaking. My mother encouraged me to go home with this man, who we met during a night of heavy drinking. I placed my mother into a cab after convincing her driving home was not an option. My father had just passed away. Sometimes now, as an adult, I wake up in the middle of the night and can't... Sorry, wow. I'm shaking. I was not expecting to be shaking this much. I'm so sorry. I can't see the page.
Yeah.
Okay, my father had just passed away. Sometimes now, as an adult, I wake up in the middle of the night and can't move and feel a heavy weight of a man on my back. It's always surprising how fear and pleasure are so closely intertwined. He laid on my back in August and it felt safe. My mother was kidnapped and raped before she met my father. The rape was followed by an abortion. She was also witness to parent deteriorate. I am a painter and like him, I'm represented as light. I avoid love and relationships, and my entire life is a series of betrayals. I see betrayal as a way of breaking ranks and going into the unknown, which I consider to be one of life's greatest pleasures. I live by betrayal, abandoning family, lovers in a way that condemns me. I am an artist whose sexual obsession rivals his, takes lightness into an extreme. Okay. The second time, the bruises on my breast, perfect fingerprints circling the outer edges. I was too drunk to remember exactly how I fell off my bike, or where he jumped out from. I was too shocked to completely gasp what was happening to me. I went back home confused and went to bed. I am devoted, but somewhat masochistic, clearly. I love him, but right now, oh my God. I'm putting myself through needless pain, clearly also. In addition to deceiving myself, I also compulsively lie to others. Through our happiness together as long as since escaped, I cling on to our broken relationship. I leave him, which causes him to erupt and eventually hit me. I sat my parents down when I was 13 and yelled, "I'm hurting myself." My parents demanded proof. They didn't believe me. They were right. I was lying. Later on, when I was deep involved with him, I started hurting myself again. This time it was true. I needed him and others to see, to pay attention to what was happening. My body was covered in bruises again, as a reminder of every time he lied. He didn't change. They still questioned me. I'm realizing I'm more interested in you than I originally thought. I wanted to clarify how I was feeling. I really love talking to you and I really love fucking you. But I'm wondering, am I reading too much into this? Are the feelings mutual? I just want to know if I'm reading into this too much. But I'm very interested in you and really love talking to you and would like to know if it's mutual. So I've been thinking, I'm clearly interested in you. I'm worried I might be reading too much into this. I'm hoping we can see each other again. And I was wondering if you feel the same way. Are your feelings mutual?
Give it up for Liza Lacroix, everybody. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Great name. Thank you for sharing that. That was wonderful. Give it up one more time for Liza Lacroix. All right, this next performer I'm super excited about just on their name. Do we have Jazzi Sirius in the house? Yeah. Can we get Jazzi Sirius? I think it's about time.
First of all, Liza, that was incredibly brave. Well done. Yeah, like I'm emotional after that. Can't see shit on here, but yeah, beautiful. Okay, I'm Jazzi. If you can't tell, I'm from London. It's the first time I've done one of these in New York, so thank you for having me, guys. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about something that maybe you can relate to. I don't know. You can let me know. And that is the amount of shit that we endure.
I can relate.
In the name of love. Unreal. The levels of disrespect that I have allowed has left pieces of me unhealed. It's like there's these red rivers in me, and the banks edge empty fields. And then there's all these low bridges in me, where all the blood gets congealed. I have crammed myself into spaces that were unfit for me. Allowed myself to get distracted by people who never planned to stick with me, the nitpicker, the shit fucker, the one who proclaimed his unwavering love for me. But where is he? And I don't blame them. How can any one love another when the other is so wrapped up in their own mess? I've got undying love for my mother, and her needs come before those of any men, and many men. Many, 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 many men wish they could fuck free or pay me to love me in luxury. They tell me. The amount of light that I have seen in the frame of love. Unreal. The levels of ecstasy in them fleeting moments has left me healed. It's like you've got a helium balloon, right? And as soon as you let it fly free, it's no longer yours, but you get this undeniable sense of peace. I've broken free from cages, mostly created by me. I've learnt to love all the corners and all the edges. I've been reminded what it is to live dangerously free. It's like running naked in the streets. And you know that no one's watching, but you know someone's gonna be out there somewhere someone's cotching, but it's late and the street lights are out and you got gin on your breath, and so you do it, and for just 1 minute you forget about all the pain and the debt. You forget your name and address. But E.T. phoned home because we're struggling again. He feels like nothing again. She thanks the gods for her pen, but Chris T phoned a friend because she thinks she loves him again. It's like them tragedies where no one gets to love in the end. I know where I'm from, and I now know that I belong, and I am beyond strong. And the last time was the last time I let any man do me wrong. I let any man prove to me that I can't even sing my own song. And so it goes. Who knows? Do you know? Fuck knows. I'd like to think, I feel like, yeah, I'm not just gonna go wherever the wind blows, like I've got goals. I need a man who knows. One that chose me and one that I chose, and I guess until then I'm just gonna continue to grow.
Let's go.
Die fast, live slow.
Let's go.
And keep on writing love prose. Thank you.
Give it up for Jazzi, Sirius, everybody. If you want to vocally encourage the poets, feel free. Set a little fire under there. All right.
Die fast.
Can we get Anne-Marie Brum up? Anne-Marie Brum in the house. Is Anne-Marie Brum still in the house? May have left already. Okay, well maybe next time. How about, all right, this next poet, I think is in from LA, and we're very excited to have her back. We co-hosted an event in January. It was so much fun. We're super stoked to have her. Great poet. Can we have a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, in from the West Coast. Give it up for Meredith Starkman, everybody, making their Easy Paradise return.
I love Matt Proctor, y'all. I'm gonna make a quick plug. Part of the reason I know Matt Proctor is because I work with the Poetry Society of New York. And every summer we host a huge free poetry festival, which I host. It's on Governor's Island. I think this year It is the last weekend of July. It is completely free, and it's awesome. It's like one of the only poetry spaces in the city where old dudes from Staten Island who write poems on Sundays come and read during the day, and then there's like a poet laureate reading at night, or like a Pulitzer Prize, winning poet reading on Sunday. So okay, I'm gonna read 3 poems. I have notes. So my friend Emmy, who's with me tonight, said, "Don't be afraid to suck," and it's like very basic thought that I think we forget a lot, so I like to repeat it. And I'm gonna read a new poem, and then an old poem, and then like a project. Okay, one sec.
Yeah.
Like a music stand.
Yeah.
All right. I really hate reading on my phone, so whenever I have to do it, I like pretend like I'm not. So everyone's gonna like pretend that I'm not. So I am in preparation of leaving LA because I really don't like it, and I'm gonna come back to New York because I really like it. But in preparation of leaving the city, which I have not left yet, I've written poems as though I have left. So that's the first one, called Leaving LA. All that sun made no sense to me. People understood that false notions of beauty controlled the world, and rather than speak out against them, they succumbed. Or worse, they spoke out against them and succumbed. They posted online. I felt my least beautiful in Los Angeles. I felt like my breasts were bagels at a gluten-free brunch. None of my lovers spoke to me sweetly. They were all, even the most genteel among them, gruff in a dumb way, which communicated that they had never cried over Bright Eyes lyrics alone as a high schooler in their childhood bedrooms. No love of noodle soups, no desire for the day to surprise them, any affinity for bending language, a longing for affirmation. I missed carbs and the train and the brand of intellectualism I had once found annoying. I wanted to leave, so finally I left. Okay, my second poem is actually one that I read up at the JCC at an event with Matt that we co-hosted, and it's called "Things in Other Countries Will Break Your Heart." I feel like I gotta give this side some love or something. All right. Things in other countries will break your heart. They will tell you that they love you, lick your cheek, play you a Guster song, then they will leave the club. They will do this even after they wrap your left arm in silk, even after they come so hard they apologize. They will do this, and they will never call you, and they will eat the rice with someone else. Your purse will get stolen, it will suck. The juice will taste like a pineapple miracle. You will get used to the smell of dead fish. Shit will wreck you as you learn to make aloo paratha in a smoky kitchen, rocking your body like a small wailing child. You never thought you'd say the words you suddenly write in emails, but you write them. You learn how not to puke on a houseboat. You learn this as you smoke with a man who will move to Chicago. You learn not to smoke, that it always makes you feel annoying. You learn. There are days where you feel like you belong to the bumbling enormity of your home, like it deserves you, or you, it. Things will cost more suddenly because thousands of miles away there are bombs. This realization will drip down the back of your throat after you snort drugs. Things in other countries will break your heart. You will catch yourself in a window, won't recognize your body, will swear it's larger. Will see your body and swear it's not yours. You will see your body and swear. You will break your own heart. You will smoke again and you will feel really annoying. You will fix it. You will fix your own heart. Okay, so now, final little thing. It's like a project. I am not on TikTok, much like Matt. And I'm gonna do like a thing that I think is a TikTok thing, which is called like a duet. So like someone makes a video and then like this person does something with the video and they put them side by side. So I'm gonna do that with a poem. So one of my favorite poets, Alex Dimitrov, has this poem in his book. One second. All right, here we go. In his book, Love and Other Poems, Alex Dimitrov has this poem called Poem to the Reader, which he invites people to write a response poem to. So I'm gonna read his poem. It's pretty short, don't worry. This is gonna be over soon. I'm gonna read his poem and then I'm gonna read my response to his poem. He's a big like New York poet, and this poetry book is called Love and Other Poems. All right, so give me 1 second. This is called Poem for the Reader. The sins will likely never be together anywhere but here. What season are you most alive in? Is the morning blue or green? How would you use your freedom? What part of your body do you trust the least? Permanent rain or never-ending snow? When are your most difficult hours? Would you want to know who you were before this? Why or why not? And now that there's fire, the bridge or the river? More money or love? Do you sometimes avoid happiness? If asked, would you return to Earth or anywhere else? And this is my response. 1 second. We need like a music stand. I'll bring one next time, Matt. All right. This is my response. It's called Poem from the Reader. That's easy. Summer sparkles. Her history of concerts in parks. Anniversary of my birth. Pining for her like I want wanting. She's really hot shit. The morning is cerulean, and my favorite, and my freedom would be used to download TikTok, to post without reason or apology because I'm worth it, because I'm the voice of the terror of the future of my generation. Last week in LA, a friend's sister said, "Don't buy a car, get a new nose." Then yesterday, in the Midtown Sephora, a girl with a doll's face stopped me. "Where did you get your nose job?" And dear reader, it's true, I wept. I almost kissed her face. I spilled perfume all over the floor, fled quickly. Reader, show me a Jew who truly trusts their nose. Permanent rain and hours on a plane like this. Flying spirit is a way to pity yourself. No pretzels, just brain fumes. And poems by you who despises pity. Tell me who I was before this so I can cosplay her at a function. I have nothing to wear and never buy new things. Set fire to the bridge because water aflame signals unspeakable fear, an unraveling, a future soaked in pain. More love, always more love, but cash is a form of it in most large American cities. I avoid happiness like a plague, but if asked, I'd always return to it. To New York, to Mumbai, to myself, yes, even to Earth. To anywhere really, because let me be clear, I just love being asked. My name's Meredith Starkman. You can find me on the internet. I'm Meredith Julia on the internet. Thank you, Matt. Final closing statement, because I wrote it here, LA Weirdos, Matt Proctor. I've thought a lot about the reason I miss New York and don't really like LA, and I think one of the primary reasons is that there are a lot of spaces in LA that like welcome, or Jesus, New York, who welcome weirdos, and I think Matt curates a lot of these awesome spaces, so I'm very grateful for you all. Thank you.
Give it up for Meredith Starkman, everybody. That was absolutely beautiful. We need you in New York. We're here for the weirdos. We're here for you. We're trying to fight to create more spaces for the weirdos. We're trying to keep New York weird. We're trying to re-weird it. We're new weirdos. We're the new weird. And I just have to call out, I mean, we had one of the great poets, I don't know if he's out of the room, but Sparrow was here. Sparrow's one of the great poets alive. Give it up for Sparrow. I think he may have left. But I read his book with all the Joyce Carol.
Got him.
Yeah, he's great. We love Sparrow. We're honored to have him here. I read his book with all the Joyce Carol Oates references. It's hilarious.
He's my mentor.
Oh, really? Oh my God, Francie knows Sparrow. We'll have to hear more about that. When Francie comes up, maybe she'll tell us about that. Can we get, for the meantime, is Kaya out there? Kaya, we love having Kaya. Thank you for coming back and get ready for this amazing poetry. Give it up for Kaya, everybody. Returning to Easy Paradise, we're super stoked to have her back.
Hi everyone, thank you so much, Matt.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been to KGB because I always have workshop during this time, but I'm so happy to be here. So last summer I went to Indonesia with my boyfriend and we had a great time, and these are some of the poems from that time. And by the way, I love dogs, but I just have a poem about dogs in Bali, so enjoy. All right, Balinese dogs. barking. Every corner, deep throat barking. Rounding me like a pea, I'm barking too, you see. The diaper whimpered to chopping snouts within their own glaring view. Recalling that corgi hybrid dirt pup, children barking, pulling neck, panicking into tangle, confused grin of snouts, I watched the chains with noodles in my lap, thinking I could do something, gone in a slurp. Now they crowd at me, knowing what I did not, glowering in 3 and 6 and 8. How that even with lids shut tight, I hear the fear tin and mingle in my drums, my heart clogged with sea, with that soup pouring into pot while the children played as I stayed, woofed down the starch. Wet gutturals snatching ankles, my head like a bowl they could crunch to blood broth rabies. But to them, I am the ruby, rabies, intruder into doggle system, reeking hot red tears. They, neither pets nor stray, settled guards, the symbiosis with people, with streets though tortured before, plastic shop signs but calls it home base. Dog water, she escapes scraps of darling dogging. When that fears that's so large, the dogs become one bark that opens a new wound, the cooking of a trauma born. And the piercing shot of bark, cutting, stretching, inner lobe, omelette sliced and drooped down like a fan. Just walk, they said, but no, it doesn't work like that. Okay. Woo! Thank you. I have another one from Gilly. So we were walking in the dark, and this is a poem about that. All right. Meandering Mino. That night, in picture of dark, light ditched us pre-civilized. This breakup, familiar shapes your form snatched away, alleyways winding, we walked as I. But you are no more. I, again, am single, a prey cautious to callousness, wiretapping for a footstep of a third shoe, a shadow, a snail, a cackle. You took off that protective layer. Again, I can be impregnated like this pause in which I walk windingly, like tadpole towards the eggless hound. How forward I push on like a bespectacled mole. Pitch black, are my eyes gone oval? I touch quail, eggs cut in half, but shell intact. I've closed my eyes to open again to pitch black. So bottom is this hole, my hole. But think that I too have knighted, disguised N95, belonging, shadow walker, rusty, walking the rims of the world. No one shall see I trip, for I am that stumbling block, moon stars shining not, I, but the tips of trees. Waiting for that smell of wood-fired pizza and the final breath. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Give it up one more time for Kaya, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing that. She got me this amazing notebook for my birthday as well. Yeah, it says Columbia University on it. I'll show it when I come up next. But thank you for that amazing birthday present. Give it up for Kaya one more time. And speaking of birthdays, I think, is it possible I could get my birthday twin up on stage? We share a birthday, January 27th. It's me, it's Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and it's this next performer. Give it up for Anna O'Brien, everybody. Great musician.
That's right, I forgot every time. Like, oh, I get 2 mics. So in the meantime, just to kill, I made what?
I had an interesting, I drank a little bit too much for this, an interesting diet choice today. Usually when I go to McDonald's, I'm kind of like a single cheeseburger kind of gal. And I was like, oh man, I'm so hungry, like, let me get a double quarter pounder. And like, that was the worst thing I could have ever done before coming here. So if I vomit, it's technically not a part of the performance, but it might be an extra surprise. Does anyone remember the song Redbone? Yeah! So I figured I'd be lazy this week. Instead of singing my own song, I would sing a
great
cover.
fucking song, dude.
Yeah, I love that song. I've been singing it since I was like 19, so here we go. Let's see.
Daylight, wake up feeling like you won't play right. Used to know, but now that shit don't feel right. Made me put away my pride. So long, made you want and wait for something so long. Made it hard for a boy like that to go on. Wishing I could make this mine. If you want it, you can have it. If you need it, we can make it out. If you want it, you can have it. But stay woke, baby, creeping, or they gon' find you. Don't catch you sleeping. Oh, now stay woke, baby, creeping. So don't you close your eyes. Too late. You wanna make it right, but now it's too late. Peanut butter chocolate cake with Kool-Aid. Wishing I could make this mine. If you want it, you can have it. If you need it, we can make it out. If you want it, you can have it. But stay woke, baby, creeping. They gon' find you. Don't catch you sleeping. Ooh, now stay woke, baby, creeping. So don't you close your eyes. Thank you.
My birthday twin, Aine O'Brien, everybody. The Mozart of the open mic. No question, that was beautiful. Thank you one more time for Aine O'Brien. Once again, it's a 2-drink minimum, 5 minutes per performer. Could we get AR? Let's get AR up to do some amazing performance. He did a performance with the RTS Neutral and Hoffmann last week that blew the roof off, so we're excited to see what AR is going to do as a solo act. Give it up for AR, everybody.
That's crazy. For me to go after you? I want a little bit. I want that little in between. Give me a little in between. Dope. Alright. So listen. What I do is I vibe. Yeah. I'm just a vibe. I'm a vibe right here. Yeah. Is that cool? Yeah. Cool. almost there. Yeah. Almost there. We are almost there. Almost there. This love that I bring, joy that I sing, and how it feels like I know where I'm going. Just take my flight to wherever I go, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stay. Whatever's gonna be, it'll be that day. But I'll say we are almost there. I say we are almost there. Time might go by just a little, but that don't mean that we need a rush. We will get there. Time will arrive. That's a part of our life, and it don't matter what people might say. It don't matter what people might think. It's up to us to spread our wings, to let them know we are, to let them know we are almost there. We are almost there. To the stars, to the stars. We are almost there. We are almost there. To the stars, to the stars. We are almost there. We are almost there. Let's break it down. Start, start, start. To the start, start, start. To the start, start, start. Don't matter what people say. To the start, start, start. To the start. We are almost there. To the start. To the start. We are almost there. Almost there. To the stars.
Thank you.
Give it up for the great AR, everybody. That was fantastic. Hopefully we'll be seeing him again next week. All right, is Rebecca Reingold in the house? Rebecca Reingold, are you out there? It's your time to shine. All right. Well, maybe next time. We'll have, maybe next week. All right, this next poet I'm very excited to have here. She runs a reading series on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles, California. And to be honest, she's sort of responsible for this because in June 2021, in kind of when the pandemic was kind of ending, she booked a reading in the downstairs space at KGB Bar, and we did a reading downstairs, just Hannah Pachmann and myself, heavyweights, main eventing the KGB Bar for the first time. So I really have my whole career to owe to this next poet. Can we give it up? You got to check out the Beatnik Cafe on Sunset Boulevard. Great poet. Can we have a big round of applause for Hannah Pachmann, everybody? Hannah Pachmann. Check out her videos on YouTube.
Hello. It's so nice to see everyone. I loved hearing everyone's work. Each person brought a different part of themselves. It really worked well. Okay. Really thankful for Matt. It's really exciting. He has this event. And I'm also kind of in a state of, I'm from the East Coast. I live in Los Angeles now, but I'm thinking about moving back. I'm going to read some poems. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not one of them. Okay. The first poem is called "Welcome to My Dating Profile, Please Come Inside." Not just for this one. It's going to be published in Rattle in December. Okay. In this photo of me kissing a mural, you will find the living room. Look at those curves and high ceilings. I do not have a lifelong disease. In this photo of me practicing yoga, you will find the bedroom. So many outlets. Look how flexible I am. I am not in chronic pain. In this photo of me pushing off a wall, you will discover that when I laugh, it ricochets from my gut to your gut, a trick of light. We have reached the balcony. I am not on antidepressants. I am not here. I am just an experiment for you, an example of wanting. I am not tears. I am a myth, like love or astrology or hell. I am a room of stasis without real plants. I'm waiting to be cut short from growing, from breeding, from going off and on. The house, the pills, your body. Come play with me. My heart is a stuck sled in the middle of a sand mountain. I am whatever pill I try asks me to be. Whatever spot you find is yours. There is no parking. Okay, now I'm gonna do two more. Okay, these ones, okay, there's this thing called 30-30, which I think is kind of annoying, but I'm gonna call it 31-31, just for fun. Anyways, I'm trying these new poems, and they're just very new, so that one was more finished. This is called Secrets I Tell My Clothes. I just want to write about fucking a boy who neglects me, about how cold the air feels before I have walked for a long time, about how long I listen to an alarm before turning it off. I want to yell poem to my vagina and orgasm. I want to strip poem until people are as eager to read as they are to see women touch their boobs. You are my clothes, the ones who have stayed hanging even without eyes. Listen to the way I let you down. I only want to write if it will take me to more images inside of you. The space where people leave, where medicine goes to stop working. Hear me lean on what isn't possible. I want to believe in more than the patterns I wear. Okay, this is also a work in progress. It's called Nowhere to Flush. This is the last one. Toilet poem. I went to AWP and then didn't have a toilet while I was there. Okay, Nowhere to Flush. Sir John Harrington was exiled by the Queen for writing bawdy poems. He returned with a toilet that flushes and a poem translated from Italian to English. Outside in the cold, I crouch next to a tube. I pee and say hi at the same time, but only when my lips are so close that if I cry, tears won't land anywhere. Why can't we pee while we watch other people? How will they listen if you don't move your eyes? Something on a loudspeaker isn't audible. She wants space from me like a line that keeps winding my throat. No one communicates in the dark at 6 a.m. Water feels like breathing if you look at it for a short enough time. See all the people walk away when you close your eyes and let water run through your legs. Sometimes a sensation of peeing leads to an orgasm, while a man texts me at 1 a.m. for sex, while my mom's boyfriend slowly dies of cancer. There are rules about being human. What comes in can't always leave. Okay. Thank you. My monthly poetry event is called Beatnik Cafe, and it's the fourth Sunday of every month in Los Angeles. I might not be there forever, but if you're there, Beatnik.cafe is the Instagram, and I have broadsides. I'm selling them for $3 if anyone wants one. Not a poem event, but yeah. Okay, thank you.
I love Hannah Packman's poetry. We are so honored to have her at this open mic. Give it up for the hilarious, poignant, brilliant Hannah Packman, everybody. And she had Tongo Eisen Martin on her open mic as a featured reader. So you have to get there. She's amazing, an amazing force in poetry in LA. Needs it. No, it's great. I love the literary scene in LA. I'm not trying to, it's beautiful. There's a lot, I love it out there. I'm going. All right. So, this next poet we're so excited to have back. Can we get Jeph Cange up to read some poetry for us? Oh, also, this was the notebook Kaya got for me. This was the notebook. $20. Jeph Cange, everybody.
Hi, Jeph.
Go, Jeph!
Is that wrong? Am I saying it
We
wrong?
love you. He got the groupies.
I'm gonna try some new stuff. Okay, 2022, this one's called. I'm alone with you, together scrolling through phones, honing our lone wolves, making room for nothing but the sounds we knock on wood. Wager, favor, trickster. Sarah, I'm waiting. It's 5 p.m., I'm 7 days early and the party's not ready for me. I came with all the water when my ship comes in, paid my last nickel for these binoculars. I still need a quarter every time to see through it. I'll see to it they see me before they blow their horns. Gwen, I'm waiting. 10, 12, please hurry before time kills one of us. Whatever's after, whenever's after, they're making it all up. I think this is it.
Yeah.
Brave New World. I don't remember landing on the moon. I was too busy touching, feeling, tasting, smelling, seeing, forgetting fetal origin. The oranges taste like apples now and smaller than grapes. Someone moved my genitals, sold parts of me to an ape with nuclear elements of mass that was too giddy for a quick sail. To sail to new worlds standing still when he could have just leaned out the windowsill and see the world that's been waiting to meet us. Everyone's the rabbit with the gun now. What's the plan? Ain't got no plan. Just move ahead, even towards things you know nothing about, that will kiss you and destroy you. Thank you.
Give it up for Jeph Cange, everybody. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Do we have Amelia Mia Marion? All right, let's get Amelia Mia Marion up, everybody.
Hi, my name is both Mia and Amelia because of nicknames. I wrote a lot over the last 2 weeks and everything seemed to reference Sylvia Plath. And then I read a lot of Sylvia Plath and then it got really weird. So I'm just going to start with the poem that I wrote first that references Sylvia Plath. At the ramen place across from my apartment, you can buy 6 bowls and get 1 for free. And what a perfect deal for me, for I am always eating ramen in quantities of 7. I walked home from KGB bar alone after midnight. Men were congregating outside of Vasilka. Men still congregate outside of Vasilka after midnight? I guess my mother was right. My mother was tender, kind, and always right. She taught me to eat candy for dinner and stay up all night. When at last I learned to read, she gave me a book of poetry curated by Jackie Kennedy. But because I lacked a definition of the word curated, I grew up lauding Jackie Kennedy, the poet. I think Sylvia Plath was my bisexual awakening. There was something so erotic about Lady Lazarus. I couldn't handle the emotional commitment of watching the marvelous Mrs. Maisel, so I quit. Isn't it cool that you can quit when things become too arduous? Sylvia Plath taught me that. And then I have one more that is kind of, it rhymes, so that's something interesting.
Bars.
I will learn to sit with the pain of losing you. I will set the table with placemats and cutlery for two. Across from the grief, I'll relax and eat and make dusty conversation that eschews the word healing. They call this processing rather than intellectualizing your feelings. I have always had faith in the power of words. I trace back paths of emotion until I've created small worlds. Within my mind, I will find exact moments in time when the wind blew the dirt into formations that were faded. My chest gnaws at the memories, never quite sated. I have suffered the atrocity of sunsets, Plath said. I had a love the brightest yellow, sutured in my head. The light left floaters in your shape, a shadowy condensation. You fade to green and then gray from steady oxidation. I rebuild my constitution with the bricks of time, wake up from nightmare season at 8:45. They say we earn what we learn and we learn from existence. I'll shake hands with acceptance and let my heart go the distance. Thank you.
Amelia, Mia, Marion, beautiful names. We love all the names. Thank you for sharing. Definitely come back. That was wonderful. Give it up one more time for Amelia, Mia, Marion. All right, we're gonna keep it. Can we get Anya up? Anya, we're very excited to have. It's time. It's time for Anya. Anya and Una have taken the open mic by storm these last couple weeks, and we are so excited to have them back tonight with the bottle service. There it is. That's right. It's about to pop off. Mazel tov. Give it up for Anya.
As a bartender, that isn't actually a multiple occurrence thing in my shift. But, hi. How are we doing? Woo! No. I brought my friends with me, but I regret it. Right, okay. Through the dark, only light comes from the dim lamp close to the ground, shining over my hand onto the bars that surround this small grate on the ground. Two eyes stare back up at me, bright and beady, gleaming and green. A big nose with a mole and a smile, as much friendly as it seems creepy. I look down at the grate in the ground. I think about the person who lives there, what they do. Do they travel around town, pop up and show people a frown? Or is a smile what they bring? Sorry. I bet their personality is brighter than you think. Are they friendly? Do they want to hurt me? Or maybe they want to be my friend? I drop my lit cigarette thinking maybe they smoke, or maybe they prefer a drink. My amber liquid, my amber liquor drips down the grate on the ground. Maybe their thoughts drown them as much as they do me. Maybe they're much in need of somebody like me, or anxiety like me. Maybe they're afraid to come up and hang out with me, have a drink or two. I'm just trying to make my intentions clear. I won't tell them lies. I won't break their heart. In fact, I'll bring them flowers. Maybe they like chocolates too. I don't want to pretend to this person in the grate in the ground.
Great stuff, Anya. We love it. Give it up for Anya, everybody. We got to figure out where Anya. We got to go to their bar and support their business. That'd be, in the literature, literary bartenders. One of my favorite aspects of New York. Writer bartenders. It's what it's all about. It's the way to do it. Is Megan Crantz in the house? Can we get Megan Crantz up? Oh, we're super excited to have a great writer. Give it up for Megan Crantz, everybody. Back in Easy Paradise. Once again, it's a 2-drink minimum. We got a lot of exciting performers. We got music, we got comedy, we got poetry. Megan Crantz, everybody.
Alright, so my theme of the week has been time. So this first one is called Waiting Room Fictions. Janitorial staff suspend belief to dance with dusty silhouettes. Homeless Craig startles himself awake with a booming snore, urgently requests an apple juice. Nurses rush bottled joy to the bedside, which struggles away with every thirsty gulp, and doctors drop yet another stitch in Harold's head. Patty with the pink pus-filled eye winks at Carlos clutching his chest, who stares at Susie with a stolen stomach, who glares at the receptionist watching the clock. Everyone holds out their wrist, waiting for an identity. Alright, the second one is called the Cracked Watch. This cracked, fashioned from bronze, tarnished in places, self-aware circle for the feature coat pocket. Its precision faithful, circa 1992. I've broken a great many things. Mugs of black coffee, gray swingline staplers, pencils used or almost gone, but let the record show that I was composed. Let the cracked watch stand for the soccer mom sipping a chai latte in the hookup line, for Serena at the spa, for the young man in the military expert on feng shui, and Marcy Ellen, the receptionist, with the bowl of colorful candy, for Beth and Chloe kissing pillows, and the anesthesiologist with the cartoon mice on his tie, for the ballerina taking a drag in the alley behind the studio, for the point shoes that blister her feet and the pirouettes that make her dizzy. Let the time be steady, but let the watch be cracked, and stand against the hasty, the hard-pressed, and the hesitant in all their glory. Let me have in any future some cracked thing to love.
Yeah. Give it up for Megan Crantz, everybody. Great stuff. Love it. Can we get, I have no idea what this next poet's going to do. Can we get Francine up? Francine likes their own rules, baby.
I'm not gonna make a defamation. Not
this week.
Woo! Thank God, there are few poets as bad as Rupi Kaur. So once I destroyed her, well, she's so fucking bad. Like I've done my job. Right? I was organizing, so I'm trying to put together my poetry book. Stay tuned. So I had some poems. I have some poems about that I wrote during the pandemic, and I'm like, no, basta, let's move on. But on the other end, I'm still fucking processing, so
take your time.
Yeah, and each of us should take time, So this one, I wrote it summer 2020. More eager. I'm at a bar outside, people hanging out, everyone so eager. The eagerness in their faces as if life has spat on their faces. The speed of life spat on the dullness. The speed of life making everyone, anyone, all come alive, all eager to talk, to meet, to connect. The speed of life spat out of days and days of darkness, of confinement, of lockdown, stay home, fucked up shit. Days and days of quiet, empty street, ghost town. This is crazy, zombie movie crazy. Craziness. The speed of life spat out from heartburns, chest pain, suffocated, denied, painkiller, numbed, remote working, bill your hours, still panic. Here we are, all outside, encountering like the first day of the earth, like shy newborns, more pure and more human, or maybe not. Not really. Yet, at least, more eager. The second one, it was like a year later, last summer. No, 2021, so like 2 summers ago. This is too fast. Last night, I was locked up alone in a box room. Last night lasted a year. Last night, I was in a quarantine. Crowds fled the city. I did not make my escape, nor the junkies or the little commuters. Last night lasted a year. Last night, I prayed to see Grandma one last time, and insomnia kicked like a beast till sunrise, hoping my parents not to get sick. Last night, the losses were millions, but now we don't say we went through war. I wish I could vomit all this pain, but it's just dirty cotton stuck in my chest. Last night lasted a year. Yet today I wake up and it's normal life all switched back on. People work, people subway, people offices. Normal life all switched back on. But last night was just last night. And last night lasted a year. This is just too fast.
Francine, no defamation this week. Maybe next week we'll get some slanders and libel going on. If you have enjoyed any of the performers, you can check them out at Easy Paradise Mag. We're tagging everybody in the stories. You can visit their profiles. You can follow them. Guess what, everybody? We just passed 1,500 followers. This is now a 1,500 follower celebration party. So ready to get lit? That's right. All right, we're going to keep going. I think this next performer really just set the open mic on fire with a devastating satirical piece. Can we get Millie Efraim up? Millie Efraim is going to read a little bit for us, everybody. Give it up, give it up. It's Easy Paradise Open Mic Monday, the best night of the week.
Thank you, thank you. I always have like so many thoughts right before I come up here, but a few things. I feel like now is a good time to tell everyone I am from LA. But I also hate it there, and I also feel like not the people that everyone hates that they associate with LA aren't from there, so I'm one of the few people from there. I mean, I was actually born in New York. I feel like I'm genetically New York. Like, I'm genetically Iranian, but like whatever, let's not. And then also, I feel like we should do a breakup themed open mic at Easy Paradise.
Yeah, great idea.
Like, let's just be insufferable. I feel comfortable enough to propose that. Okay, so that's all. I think that was the last thought I had. So here's actually I don't really know. I don't want to qualify what I wrote. It's because I'm not sure, but whatever. Just figure it out. Around 3 p.m., the radical chic Alphabet City moms walk their kids back from school from the southeast corner of Tompkins Square Park. The freelance designers, the freelance boyfriends, walk their ugly, cute dogs. They look at me wondering if I have a real job. I look back at them wondering if they have a real job. And then I look at the couples, marveling at the miraculousness of a lasting relationship. It seems like magic to me, completely foreign and unbelievable, a fairy tale. I never had one that lasted. People who live here have names like Jack and creative Wi-Fi names. I don't want Wi-Fi. I want to be a wife to a non-boring man whose name isn't Jack. Let's disconnect from the EMFs together. I want to be in love for the rest of my life. What is love and what is love bombing? I can't tell anymore. I'm just trying to unlight the gas. I think we put too much pressure on dating. When I say we, I mean me. Trying to find our soulmate, but not our twin flame, because that's bad. Okay, but how do you tell the difference? How am I supposed to tell the difference between chemistry or compatibility, soulmate or twin flame, love or love bombing, when I can't even tell if I'm genuinely hungry or just angry? He asks me how I'm feeling. I tell him I don't know. I don't.
My writing teacher asks me to name a feeling. I told him I was aching. He told me that's not a feeling, it's a physical sensation. How do we get back in touch? Telling people I'm a Gemini feels like telling them I'm famous. That's a feeling. So chemistry is when they really excite you, but they're not good for you. And compatibility is like they check off all the boxes, but sometimes they really fucking annoy you and you have to accept and compromise because that's what a relationship is. Maybe I do want to be alone then. What's with my obsession of finding out incompatibility? I'm like searching for a problem. Am I an asshole or do I have standards? Have I spent too much time on healing TikTok or have I stopped finally being a people pleaser? Is it compromise or is it losing myself? Will he change or will I end up the changed? Am I dramatic or am I right? Am I confused or am I asking the right questions? Will it get more clear or will the disillusionment disillusion me further? These days, intimacy to me is professing my feelings or non-feelings in front of a bunch of strangers. Last week I said KGB open mic is my IRL TikTok, but really KGB open mic is my new wave writing class. Once a week I get up here randomly drunk on a Monday night because I always forget to eat before I come here and force myself to test out my ideas and make sure I'm still alive and make sure that my problems are still funny and not just my problem. So thank you.
Easy Paradise Community College is your new wave writing class. That's right. Your assignment every week, you have to bring 5 minutes of material and we will grill you. This audience is so tough, they will rip you to pieces if you don't come up here and perform. This is vicious. This is the testing floor. Speaking of which, give it up one more time for Millie, Efraim, everybody. That was amazing. Great writer. We're so excited to have her. Definitely come back. We love it. All right, can we get... Is Josh De Leon out there? Josh De Leon, are you in the house? It is your moment. It's your time. Oh, gosh. Next time. I guess. There it goes. There you go. Your moment passed. All right, I think this next performer, I think, is going to do stand-up comedy. I don't want to hold anybody to that. But can we get Daphne, Juliet, Ellis? Give it up for Daphne, Juliet, Ellis, one of our favorites here at Easy Paradise, KGB Open Mic Monday.
Yeah.
Give it up. Daphne, Juliet, Ellis.
Thank you, Matt, I don't know if this is going to resonate, but you make me feel like I'm playing Kingdom Hearts, and I mean that in a really good way. Okay, if that resonated, we're on the same page. Happy birthday, Will.
Yeah.
Daphne, Juliet, you're like Romeo plus Juliet, Alack. So yeah, I usually sing little songs, but this is my last night for a while. I'm actually going back to Maine, where I'm originally from. And I have complex PTSD, so I thought it was high time that I try stand up. And I'm gonna read my set like a noob, just feel more in control. But yeah, noobs.
Yeah.
Remember Pwning Noobs? The world was better before live streaming. Like, you can't get away with bullying anymore. Not like the good old days. When I was a kid, the other kids always called me weird. That was the word for cringe back in the old days, 2011. You know if you were there, weird was worse than cringe. Weird was cancel culture, but with zero good reasons. Like, you're too poor to afford Abercrombie and Fitch, so you're weird. You posted a picture of yourself on MySpace covered in blood, you're weird. This feels like a really American story. I'm sorry, but that's where we are. Weird was worse than cringe because there was no Taylor Swift equivalent figure telling us that cringe or weird was inevitable and worth embracing. Like, our Taylor was a fucking noob, She was getting pwned on stage and stuff. And she hadn't evolved into whatever, Pokédex evolution she is now. There's no weird hot girl representation. Where are my 9.5s at in the audience? Let's see. No, there are like actually a lot of 10s here tonight. No, there are. But 9.5s. You're almost a 10, but there's that one like belly button that makes you a 9.5. For me, my nose is crooked and I have 2 faces, and not in like a sometimes chill, sometimes villainous way. In that regard, I have 30 faces. But check it out. This is my fairy nose, and this is my witch nose. And if you are not laughing, you are simply too far away. I promise you I am a two-faced biatch. And speaking of witch, I've had a feeling that starting out in stand-up will be a lot like having to mask as an autistic in literally any situation. Where are my neurospices at? My hotistics? Just me? No? The ones who didn't get diagnosed until they were college graduates and got bullied a lot in school for being weird. That's right, I'm on the spectrum, and people never guess that because I'm a 9.5. Or maybe you have guessed, and joke's on me, the psilocybin has completely erased my ability to mask. But yeah, jokes can be hard for me. Like, I'm not stupid, I'm just very literal. Like, sarcasm will sometimes go over my head, or someone will make a mean joke, and then I will make a very deadpan, fucked up joke, and they'll look at me like I'm a Trump supporter. Like, nobody says or does anything, and I'm like, I don't get how to play. Sorry. But yeah, being a 9.5 is hard. People either hate me or they want to fuck me right when they meet me. Like, before I even have the chance to read their tarot or like trauma or tell them I'm neurodivergent for fuck's sake and really just doing my best most of the time. But yeah, like I'll be talking around someone new and later they'll be like, "You're so sweet. I thought you were a bitch when I first met you." And I'll think back to when we met and I remember being completely silent in the corner, like stimming, digging my head or something. Like, I know I'd be a 10 if I smiled more, or if I didn't wear special socks that squeeze my feet real good instead of cute socks, or if I didn't flap when my boyfriend just wants to be intimate. Yeah, I graduated summa cum laude. And then overheard a girl in my honors thesis program say it was because I was pretty. Like, no, I'm just very curious and I love to read, and okay, like being hot does help you get called on. But mind you, I studied Renaissance Lit, so I kind of had that Jane essence, and I think the teachers like that. Any Jane. Jane, you name it. But yeah, Daphne is a two-faced name. Like, it sounds like an elven princess, like an elven empress name, but it also kind of sounds like choking on your own opinion, like Daphne. Yeah, you guys have been great. Thanks for making some validating noises.
Daphne, Juliet, Ellis, everybody, bringing the Shakespeare. Somebody, and just like trying new things, breaking down boundaries. I loved it. I thought that was groundbreaking stand-up comedy. Give it up, Daphne, Juliet, Ellis, avant-garde approach. I thought that was fantastic, actually. It was hilarious. I think they should read their jokes. It's like reading a poem. We should force them to do a poem. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Give it up one more time for the hilarious, very funny Daphne, Juliet, Ellis, everybody. Shakespeare. Shakespeare. Thank you. All right, let's get Peter Carrelini up. Can we get Peter Carrelini? Peter Carrelini's going to recite some beautiful verse for us.
Yeah.
To those. Go. No, it's on. I was just too weak. For those of you who I know and promised burlesque tonight, I apologize. It is happening, I just was not ready. But, however, the poem I'm reading tonight, there's another bad timing, and this Thursday I was supposed to go to Ariana Jennison, who was sitting over there, The Secret Pete at Pete Candy Store poetry readings, and the theme was Slayer. And unfortunately I can't make it because I got called into work, so I'm going to read it here. It is set in the Crusades, and I've always wanted to write something like this. So, Matt, if you would like to give me some ambience, there we go. While on the road to Jerusalem in my lion-hearted crusade for Christ, I came across a lonely crucifixion, a young woman of matted obsidian hair dried out like a raisin. As I drew closer on my crowned horse, she sprang to life and spoke, toothless, though I did not flinch. I have witnessed horrors worse in my lifetime than a wrung-out wench. She begged to hear my name in quest, and when I answered the inquiry, she looked upward and told me thus, "Hark! Heaven and earth are mirrors. Blood spilled for one is exchanged by the other, trickling upward, downward. Doubt me, but I've seen it in gloom and smoke arising from cadavers washed up to western shores, clear as the crystalline veins of this cursed earth. Piety is piddling, son of man, crusader, kneeling at the carpenter's feet. A monster may call itself many things, and birth many brutal bastards, arming them with steel-tipped nooses to slaughter innocent flocks. If life and death share parlors, does that not make us housed in hell? Then if condemned, what lies lull you to sleep? I know this. I dwell in the endless maw, but my time has not been plagued by specters of babes, women, old men, and cripples. You, killer of the pure and damned, will be haunted yet. Your rising sun forever red. Your masters bloated, howling into chalices while you weather sandstorms. I shit and piss on your ivory cloak. With my last transition comes peace, knowing I am heathen, but holier than he who, on a cot drenched in sweat and pus, dreams of unopened gates to a closed cloud kingdom, spitting out fools to then gasp their last, punished in flame, and then putrefying like the fruit neglected by the farmer's care, awaiting November's first and bitter breath. Swerve around the mud pit, and you may yet find sullied horseshoes. All who tread the dirt condemned, all who tread the dirt condemned. She expired thus, as if I were one final witness to unholy agony. I quickly fled her cross and wicked words which hung over my pot helm as the raven sat atop the crucifix and dripped quicksilver into the slit in which I see the world. But I, slayer not of men but of heathens, have seen horrors worse. So I banished the scene from memory, and I made haste for Jerusalem. Remember, Pete's Candy Store, 7 p.m. this Thursday. You're gonna see some good stuff. Thank you, guys. I was very happy to hear some laughter. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. All right. Give it up for Peter Carrelini, everybody. Taking us on the Crusades, transporting us emotionally. I felt like I was there. All right, let's get Hoffmann up. Can we get Hoffmann up to lay it down for us? He's got some exciting things going on at the Cypress Inn and elsewhere. Great musician, great vibe. Give it up for Hoffmann, everybody.
forgot the tune. I got too confident. I'm sorry.
People always change in unpredictable ways as we move from day to day. So who do you think you'll be tomorrow? Who do you think you'll be tomorrow? Who do you think you'll be tomorrow? I've gone to bed feeling my best. Woke up the next day depressed. Went to bed feeling down. A good night's rest turned it all around. Who do you think you'll be tomorrow? Who do you think you'll be tomorrow? Who do you think you'll be tomorrow? Gotta be who I am today. In time the thought might go away. Gotta be who I am today. In time the thought might go away. So who do you think you'll be tomorrow? Who do you think you'll be tomorrow? Who do you think you'll be tomorrow?
I got a jam and show coming back. It's a show with a bunch of acts coming to Cypress Cafe in Ridgewood, Queens. So if you want to come out and hang out, it's a good hang, and you come up, play, read something. Yeah. One more. We good?
We got yeah. Sorry.
Thank you guys, Hoffmann. I'm playing Cypress Cafe this Friday.
Yeah. Give it up for Hoffmann, everybody. He's funky. That is funky. We love it. Sounded great on the bass. Go check them out at Cypress Cafe. All right, can we get Sasha J up to read from their very exclusive diary? This is very hot stuff, everybody. Get ready. This is really going to be electrifying. Give it up for Sasha J.
Hey guys, very hot stuff. I'm warning you, it might not be that hot. I'm gonna give you guys some context this time. So, got out of a long-term relationship in January, and have been seeing other people since. And have been writing a lot about it. So, these are all entries. So I read my journal, raw, unedited journal, I just go for it. This is all from April. More or less, I haven't practiced it that much, so we'll fucking see. But let's get into it. All right. I loved you every day for nearly 4 years. Now I love you a little less every day. And the earth rotates every day. Every day it gets a tiny bit closer to the sun. I pretend that that's why it's getting warmer. Not because we should eat less meat and have less children and give corporations less money. In the days that I love you less, I write more and spend more time looking at reflective surfaces and talk to people who like things that you don't, like eating food with mushrooms and lots of sauce. I think about how one day someone will love me the way I need to be loved, and I'll cry after we have sex because I won't need anything else. just like that porn I watched yesterday. I hope I stay in your mind like an ant infestation in your apartment. I hope you see me everywhere, in your empty bed, in the streets on a Sunday afternoon, in every girl you ever talk to who isn't me and will never be me. I'm a parasite. Try to get rid of me.
Keep it real.
Yeah.
Yes.
I grind my teeth while thinking of you. I be getting bloody noses more often, just like when I was a kid. Don't you want to taste my blood when you kiss me? It would taste like pennies. Why do we know what pennies taste like? Coming to a realization about free will. What's the point of going through his phone? Because if he wants to trip and fall into someone else, he will, and leave no digital trace. And if he wants to tell you he likes you and never see you again, he will. But my love is not bound by promises. I love for love's sake. I fall in love approximately 15 times a day. In the streets and on the subway, at the bar, I envision a life together, then just as quick, forget it all. I don't remember what you smelled like anymore. When you spend so much time with someone, you don't smell like anything but home. Like when kids growing up would say my house smelled like my mom's Russian cooking and my dad's chain smoking. To me, it was nothing, just home. It's okay, I wear so much perfume and men's deodorant and still don't know what I smell like. I do know what other men smell like now. One smells like expensive cologne, one smells like weed and Marlboro Reds, another like toothpaste on freshly washed teeth. I'm always told I smell good. Later, I'm told I'm the best kisser. When the weather got like this when I was a kid, I would go out on the trampoline in my backyard. I wouldn't jump, I would just lay on the canvas. Feel the speckled sunlight on my body and the humid Maryland heat wrap around me. I'd watch the trees bloom above me, almost in fast motion. The air smelled fresh. I wanted to kill myself. I've always wanted to die in the summers. I have a habit of laying in bed, decaying in my hot-ass room, and watching the world go by outside my window. I think the suicide note I wrote to my parents in middle school was in the summer. I know my mom broke her arm on a bike ride in the summer a few years ago. I was gonna take her oxy. I spent the summer of 2021 in the psych ward. Sunshine is supposed to prevent this from happening, right? Why do I feel the urge to fling my body directly in the sun every time I feel it then? I should acknowledge, though, that for the first time in my life, I don't have fleeting thoughts of suicide. I never imagined living past 30. I don't know who I'll be at 43, but I'd like to meet her. I can't wait to feed pigeons in the park at 80 wearing a long fur coat. I used to hate who I was as if I was my own arch nemesis praying for my downfall. I won't say I'm a great person, but I'd like to become better. Maybe I'll eat a mango tomorrow and it'll be beautiful. Here's how my relationship with men go recently. Before they come over, they're all idiots. What am I doing? During, this is chill. I am pretty. After, they're all idiots. I'm an idiot too now. My saving grace is that little of ancient literature has survived, and anything that I've written about you or them or me likely won't survive. I'm okay with being an insignificant blimp in the universe's timeline. Thank you guys. It's been like a crazy set. You guys are all so talented. Thank you, Matt.
Give it up for Sasha J and the Marlboro shirts. The Marlboro merchandise.
How am I called that? I have a nicotine addiction.
I'm sorry. I mean, there should be a warning. You're repurposing it, okay? You're taking something that was bad and you're making it a useful piece of clothing. And we understand. Give it up one more time for Sasha J. All right, this next performer also has an amazing line of t-shirts he's going to be selling. He's premiering them tonight. He's my personal roommate. Give it up for the Kuzu Daddy, everybody. One of our favorites, a living legend. Kuzu Daddy.
Thank you, Matt. And you can see we live together. You know, I always lived like jab. You know jab? Rap? Jab. Come on, guys. J.A.P. Jewish American Princess. Everybody. How about the rap? Nobody knows. Come on, Russian American Princess. And finally, you see, living them, it's okay. But I find somebody else I call AP. Do you know what is AP? No. And this is, I call American Prince, right here. He's my roommate. But, you know, it is very difficult, like, when you live Jap is different, but you live with AP? I mean, it's like a totally day and night, because sometimes, like, you see, when you live with the female, it's nice. You see her nude and this and that. But when you see the AP walking about nude, I say, what's between your leg? You say, idiot, don't you know what it is? I mean, it's like complicated, like. So, all right. By the way, I mean, I cannot read. So what I'm gonna do is, I wanna sing nice song. Like, I call this is a bubblegum song, but what you do is you can dance with it. Woo! I mean, you know, like reading everything good, but we need something to move around. Yeah. Okay, this is summer dance. Woo! Yes, AP. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, baby!
coming, it's summer.
Didn't I told you this is like bubblegum song? You can sing, 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 and thank you very much. You so hot. Kuzu daddy.
Kuzu daddy! You don't want to show him the shirt? He made this shirt on King's Highway. Show him the shirt. Can we show him the shirt? Is he I don't know.
Okay, does anybody know what is EP? What is it? You don't know. You will not, you will never gonna guess what you're gonna see. But by the way, this whatever gonna you see, girls like it. But the guys hate it. I don't know why. You ready? Didn't I tell you guys gonna hate this? But I think the girl like it. Okay, Matt, I'm finished. They see this shirt, but they didn't like it.
That's okay.
They say, why did you do this?
Matt set you up. He set you up. Matt did you dirty.
Give it up for Kuzu Daddy, everybody! Come on. What's that? Oh my God! All right, hell yeah! We've got some exciting stuff. Give it up! We got this next performer is a sensation. Can we get a big round of applause for Ed Pankov, everybody? Ed Pankov.
Myself up as well. Actually, I go by Georgia O'Cleave these days.
Georgia Oak.
Hey, we're crossing
Good job. Why'd you wear it? You didn't have to do it.
Well, I've got something to say. Woo! I baked some cookies today. Doesn't matter much to me because I suck at baking. Well, I've got something to say. I called my mother today. It doesn't matter much to me. She never listens. Sweet, lovely death, I am waiting for your caress. Oh, sweet death, one last caress. Woo! Woo! Notice how I did not change that lyric around. I thought that was more acceptable for some reason in this society. Wow, where are we?
Oh, he knows how to play.
Woo! Yeah. He knows how to play. Sweet lonely death. Hey! Let's go. Just make sure I got enough range for the bow is all. Alright, let's not waste any more time, folks. We shall start off with a familiar piece. Going on and you just don't even know where it's going. Woo! This next one is called I'm a Hoe. And as many of the stars, these diamonds in the skies go, I only see the ones reverberating around my wrists. I only see the shits that pass through the tricks combined. Now are you a mark-ass trick or are you a trick asshole? Yeah! Woo! Woo! Yeah, baby! Yeah, I'm a hoe. Yeah, I'm a hoe. Where you gonna go? You're gonna go to me. Yeah, I'm a hoe. I'll climb every mountain, yo, as long as that mountain pays me. All right. Oh. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? See the diamond shine upon my wrist, yo. Yeah. But I'm always ending up on the seesaw. Yeah, I'm a hoe. Yeah, I'm a hoe. On this church of sleep, they do say, once a hoe, always a hoe. And therefore I do declare, I'm a hoe. Sometimes they say George O'Keefe. You can call me motherfucking Stella. Bitch.
Give it up for George O'Keefe. You can call him Stella, everybody. Give it up one more time for the cello, for the Misfits cover, and for I'm a Hoe, the original. Fantastic. Give it up one more time for George O'Keefe. We're super excited to have amazing artists. Can I get Philip Lee Diab up? Philip Lee Diab gonna read for us some great literature. Once again, it's a 2-drink minimum, 5 minutes per performer. We got a lot of exciting people coming up. Check it out.
Thanks for hanging out with the quiet ones. This is called Stillness of a Drifter. A drifter in Union on the edge of a square park, elevated just a few feet above the sidewalk. A clock that ticks continuously, years, months, days, till we begin to fade like a bad memory. A jazzy trumpet from the periphery, an afternoon smoke break in the city. This drifter with a harmonica harmonizes somehow as he breathes in the smell of trash and Bobby McGee out to the crowd, walking and driving and biking below. I'm curious of more than this spot that he chose. This drifter, the tree, the folding chair, the gray in his beard and ponytailed hair. Oh, drifter, from where do you roam? Is there a corner of this world with family you call home? Or a face you imagine, the muse in your tone, the blues in your heart, or a pair of shoes without holes? I'm just wondering, how do you wonder? Is freedom just another word for nothing left to lose? And if so, how's it treating you? Kindly, I hope. Thank you.
Give it up for Philip Lee Diab, everybody. That was awesome. Can we get Andrew Steiner up to do some comedy for us? We're gonna have some laughs. Get ready, Andrew Steiner. We love having him come out. Very funny comedian. Give it up. Give it up.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah.
This is one of the coolest spots to perform in any art form, so I feel grateful to be here, even though I did spend a lot of money on drinks that I didn't plan to. Did not plan to spend this much on an open mic, but it's kind of worth it, I think, if I don't bomb horribly, which I'm already pretty close to doing. So anyway, I used to wonder whether my depression was nurture or nature, because both of my parents are clinically bummed out, but they also raised me to be that way. Like, my dad didn't get me a stuffed Winnie the Pooh, he got me a stuffed Eeyore. That suicidal ass donkey with the emo haircut and the tail pinned on so it could hang itself at any second. And it was also a talking stuffed animal, so when I would squeeze it, it would say, "Nobody likes me." And I'd say, "Me too, Ian." And my mom would lose me everywhere, supermarkets, museums, wide open fields, everywhere. I used to have to go to security all the time to page her. I'd be like, "Have you seen my mom?" And he'd say, like, "What does she look like?" I'd say, "She's got red hair and she looks like she's just been relieved of a terrible burden." And he'd find her immediately. Also, my parents, they put me on Ritalin at age 6. Yeah, that children's crack. That Flintstones methamphetamine. Oh, yeah, good shit, thank you. I don't understand why they don't have fruity flavors of Ritalin. When's that coming out? Any day now. And I guess I kind of merited it. Like, I mean, I wasn't crazy, but they diagnosed me with a bunch of things: ADD, ADHD, something called oppositional defiance disorder, something called furniture polish, scrape-off-itis, you know, something called make your dad angry by chopping off the heads of all his flowers in the garden, ology, whatever the fuck. So yeah, that scared me. The Ritalin scared me off of drugs, so that was a good side effect of the Ritalin. I didn't do anything really. I didn't drink until I got to college, and then I was like, oh, weed every day. And then I started doing mushrooms. And if you've done mushrooms, you know they work exponentially. Like, you take 1/8, you talk to God. You take 2/8, you realize you're God. You take 3/8, you realize everything is God. You take 4/8, you realize you don't understand fractions. The bigger the dose, the more useful the information you get. I took a liter of ayahuasca to realize I need to start trimming my ear hair. After college, I started trying to heal myself naturally, you know, through exercising, through a diet of only eating toasted pumpkin seeds for months on end. I also tried to meditate a lot. I was meditating 8 to 9 seconds a day. That was helpful. And I did do some work. I got much better. I was a much happier person after a while. And then eventually I met the person who would become my wife, and I knew I wanted to marry her, like, after our first date. So I did the most romantic thing I could think of. I started therapy. Yes. Oh, yeah. My therapist was great. You know, he was teaching me all about balance. Like, you know, you gotta balance. I don't even know what the fuck I'm balancing, but just balancing shit. Just being a circus animal, basically. Being a bear on a ball in Belarus. That's what he taught me how to do. And I'm not depressed anymore. I have graduated to anxiety. Yes. Yes, at least that's what my therapist tells me on our podcast I record without his permission. Oh, yeah. And My therapist did not, but my wife actually prescribed me Wellbutrin, and now I'm not anxious anymore. But I'm still poor. But my wife's not, so that's cool. All right, thank you so much, guys. Have a great night.
Give it up for Andrew Steiner. Very funny. That was smart and funny. Thank you. We appreciate it. One more time for the very funny Andrew Steiner. Oh, we're going to get some music. Who wants to hear some music here in the 11 o'clock hour? The show is just getting started. It's late night Easy Paradise. We're going to kick it off with the good vibes of Luke Herberman. Give it up for Luke Herberman, the YouTube comment master.
Easter eggs.
Okay. Yeah, try it now.
Woo! What's up?
What up?
Happy nighttime.
Yeah!
This is a good time to remind you that there is a 2-drink minimum.
Yes!
I say that because I was once told by a very good songwriter that you gotta have a drinking song. So this is mine. Thank you, I'm Luke Herberman. Friends of the night, the drunken delight. Hey, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Hey, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Stay up tonight. Woo! Run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Oh, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Yeah, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Stay up tonight. I have the taste of rum. It smells, it reeks from my tongue. My will is strong and I'm in control. But is it really difficult? Is this what I need for fun? A deadly killer, a loaded gun to take away a stressful day. There's gotta be a better way. Spiders on the wall, the pain of alcohol can catch the pesky fly or bite you when you sleep. Run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Hey, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Yeah, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Stay up tonight. Friends of the night, the drunken delight. Oh, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Yeah, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Stay up tonight. A waste of time, a painful end. For the cause, it would depend. A happy thought, a dark intent. We have it all to forget. Living life to the full. With all my weight I had to pull. I got too proud of what I've done. I flew too close to the sun. Like spiders on the wall, they hunt as they crawl. I wouldn't pick a fight. It's everything in sight. Friends of the night, the drunken delight. Yeah, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Oh, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Stay up. friends of the night, the drunken delight. Hey, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Hey, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Stay up tonight, feed my withdrawn mind, poison to the sky. Feed my withdrawn mind, poison to the sky. Yeah! Feed my withdrawn mind, poison to the sky. Like spiders on the wall, a soldier meant to fall. Climb down the rope and sleep on the road. Woo! Run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Hey, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Hey, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Stay up tonight. Run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Hey, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Hey, run, friends of the night, the drunken delight. Stay up tonight. Thank you. 2 drink minimum. That is 2 drinks. Support your bar. Thank you, everybody. I'm Luke Herberman.
Yes. Luke Herberman. Luke Herberman killing it on the 2 drink minimum notifications. Thank you. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. That sounded great. Sounded phenomenal. All right. Can we get Ingrid Jacobson up? Ingrid Jacobson's going to run some poetry for us. Stay tuned, we got the Easy Paradise bingo card. You want to mark all of the spaces. If I say phenomenal, if I say fantastic, put it in the space. It's not done, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling everything. I spoiled it too. Give it up for Ingrid Jacobson.
Thank you so much, Matt Proctor. Give it up for Matt Proctor. And also yourselves while I dig these things out of my waterproof poetry pouch.
Definitely. Yeah, I just want to see it.
No.
Wow.
Just gonna,
all right.
No. Okay. Don't worry, I'll clean this up later. This is just like littering for fun. Okay, I've got one new one from today and one old one from last week. So if you heard me read between here and last week, I'm sorry. And also thank you, which is also the national anthem of my country, Canada. Thank you, sorry. Okay, this is called Outdoor Oasis for Less. And it's dedicated to a group of ants that I saw outside of the Bed Bath & Beyond parking lot. Okay. Wait, how can I even see this? Yeah, there we go. All right. The ants congregate outside of World Market. They feast on fapoons from Denmark. They snack on smoked sardines from Spain. They rappel down indoor-outdoor pillows for rare iced tea with island vibes. A shard of Hello Kitty rice cracker lands on a reclaimed plastic dish mat, and the ants in triangle around it, reenacting Judy Chicago's famous party. Except mandibles are knocking over all the stemmed glassware, and the neighboring Bed Bath & Beyond is closed. Bed Bath & Beyond couldn't hack it here. They mailed out too many coupons. The ants came to expect them, use for tunnels and bridges, or halt the leaf cutters where they become fuel for ant bonfires, around which cozy up and scare each other. Stories of the first days of store brands, which just felt different. Between poles of bacon hot chocolate, they nod understandingly. 12 billion in stock buybacks, protect the nest and all that.
Even after, it's true, they literally spent $12 billion buying their own stock to, okay, we'll get into that later. Even after record sales, the ground can wash away. The earth has churn. The ants are pragmatic. Square inches, cheap. An architect taps glass, swivels her axle of a waist, sweeps a speech across the party, sure as a lighthouse. We are inspired by the globe, but remain committed to hyper-local material. Teens, remember they're ants, teens slip out the back, sniff their way to the one remaining piece of store in search of exo self-discovery, to decorate their sliver of hallway in what is like totally mother's house. Everywhere they look, it's mom stuff, work stuff, and endless nursery. And in the mall, and at the mall, a drying lake bed of items, gasping for the grubby hands of home. Okay. This one's called inflation.
Yeah.
99 cents is $1.25. $5 is $10. Alexander Hamilton is Andrew Jackson. 20 is 50. $100 is nothing. 2,000 is 5,000. 725 is 725. 125,000 is 816,000. Is half a mil is nothing. 725 is hard work. 125,000 is stolen. Half a mil is stolen. 1 million is a pinball score. 1 billion is a hoard. 15K is birth. 5 is a martyr to the second. $1 is wallpaper, raptured by 2 hands affixed to the wall where it can be appreciated.
Ingrid Jacobson, everybody. You're allowed to litter the stage with your Bardic sheaths and your brilliant poetry. Give it up for Ingrid Jacobson! Alright, who's ready to have their mind blown and turn the room inside out? Because it's time. Can we get Matthew Silver? I'm looking at you, pal. I need Matthew Silver on the stage. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Matthew Silver!
Oh, so great to be here! I mean here! I mean... Oh shit! Oh shit! One, two, three. Oh! Cut!
Yeah!
It doesn't work. Oh, it's... Say it.
They wanted me to dance forever. They don't want me to stop. They didn't care that I was a vulnerable, simple, scared little soul. They wanted everything from me to dance until I only was bone. Yeah! Dance skeleton! Dance skeleton! I'm just a dancing skeleton! Duck, 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 duck! Everything's okay. Everything's okay. It's okay. It's okay, according to you. I see you in the back. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Taking this message. You in the far back. Billy, strike. I did it again. But I took it. I had nothing left. And then my brain, it just drained. My brain is gone. My brain is gone. I'm not even talking. I'm not even thinking. I thought you were talking to me. I thought you wanted me to do something. But you didn't want me to do anything. You didn't even want me to be here. Yes. What do you want? I don't even know what you want. Does anybody want anything? Do you want something? Do you want something? Tell me what it is. It's nothing! Fine. That is all you will get! Nothing! Nothing!
Give it up for Matthew Silver, everybody. That's all you get. That's all you get of Matthew Silver. We're lucky to have him. Check out his Other Side of Comedy show at St. Mark's Comedy Club every other Wednesday. Every 2 weeks, Wednesday, St. Mark's Comedy Club. This next poet, oh my God, we're so honored. One of the greatest poets alive. I read his book with all the Joyce Carol Oates references. It's hilarious. Give it up, everybody, for Sparrow. We're so excited. This is a walk-on. This is like when Don Rickles walks on The Tonight Show. Give it up for Sparrow. Sparrow. Major, major poet.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. It's my honor to be here. I just have to say my mantra after that last performance. So I have a song. I'm hoping you can help me with it.
Yeah.
Recently I heard this phrase in my mind, kind of over and over. Synagogue, synagogue, let me in. So I'm hoping you can help me with the synagogue part. And I'm warning you, I'm going to do a slide flute solo at some point. So here we go. You'll kind of know when to join in, I think. Thank you. A little early. Okay. Synagogue, synagogue, let me in. Synagogue, synagogue, I'm full of sin. No, you don't do the let me in part. I mean, I was a little unclear about that. You're just doing the synagogue, synagogue part. I'm doing the punchlines. Okay. We'll start again. Synagogue, synagogue, let me in. Synagogue, synagogue, I'm full of sin. Synagogue, synagogue, I want to pray. Synagogue, synagogue, don't stand in the way. Synagogue, synagogue, don't lock me out. Synagogue, synagogue, I'm suffering from gout. Synagogue, synagogue, this is ridiculous. Synagogue, synagogue, it's the height of fickleness. Kind of a rhyme for ridiculous. Okay. Synagogue, synagogue, I'm losing hope. Synagogue, synagogue, I feel like converting to Catholicism and following the Pope. Synagogue, synagogue, I'm losing faith. Synagogue, synagogue, I'm like a ghostly wraith. You know what a wraith, it's like a ghost, a wraith. Yeah. Now it's time for the slide flute solo. Now we finish the song. Synagogue, synagogue, I'm losing steam. Synagogue, synagogue, and self-esteem. Synagogue, synagogue, let me in. Synagogue, synagogue, that's where we did begin. That's the ending. Thank you so much.
Yes! Give it up for Sparrow! You never know who's going to walk on to Easy Paradise here in downtown New York. One more time for Sparrow. One of the world's major poets. An important force in the universe. We're so honored to have you. Synagogue, synagogue. Can we get Una? Is Una still here in the house? I think Una may be left. All right, what about Daniel Haas? Is Daniel Haas? Let's get Daniel Haas up, everybody. Give it up for Daniel Haas.
Thank you so much, Matt. Thanks, everybody, for still being here. I don't know what's going on anymore, so I'm just gonna see. I had it all ready. This first poem, I'm gonna read two short poems. The first one is lyrics to a song, so it rhymes. It's called Just That. There are no more mice crawling around my heart. The organ weighs a pound. Its scream is like a fart. If we throw it in the river, would it turn into a shark? I wanted you from the very start. If I were an eagle, if I were a rat, if I were a beetle, if I were a cat, would you see the shadow? Would you wear it like a hat? Would it be just that? It takes a million years to turn into a fish to face all of your fears. If there is a window, then I can use my ears. If there is a river, it's a river of my tears. I'm really only kidding, I don't know much death. I just do its bidding. I just steal your breath. Why is the world so shady? Why would it be so? I've said it to you lately, I've said that I don't know. When I am so skinny, when I am so fat, when I am so witty, when I fall so flat, do you see the shallows where you're looking at? Could it be just that? Thank you. The second poem is called The Weight of the World is Love. That's a quote from a Allen Ginsberg poem. I woke up this morning and felt my eyes opening like eggshells. I woke up and decided to let my own heart break. I carried my weight into a white shower that didn't even say good morning. The water on my shoulders like sandy vapor. I didn't want to learn. While my feet touched the cold floor, the sun behind the clouds, visible only in thought, asked me for a kiss. And I thought, with water still on my shoulders, that maybe the romantic sun could give me in return a smile. So I woke up from my slowness, my eyes eggshells, and gave the sun a kiss. I kissed it for my mother and for my friend and for the cat I saw in the street 10 years ago that had green eyes and half a tail. One morning I woke up and thought of your sleep, and I wanted to tell you that I love you. Thank you so much.
Give it up one more time for Daniel Haas, everybody. All right, we've got a very funny stand-up comedian coming up next. Can we get Shelby up to do some hilarious... Give it up for Shelby!
Give it up for your host, everybody. Thank you for staying.
Like Z-A-R-A.
Awesome. How's everyone doing? I just got on, my plane, this is how committed I am to this mic. My plane landed in Newark at like 8:30. And I texted my friend Mia, who went up earlier, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Yeah. Okay, so I'll start off with something non-controversial. No, you can talk. It's totally okay. No, let's talk together. It's all good. I'm a woman. I like it. It's fine. It's okay. I'm also a feminist. Yeah. I don't know. Some dudes, they don't like that word. I think a lot of guys think that when a woman becomes a feminist, she becomes some kind of man-hating lesbian.
Yes!
Yes! Yeah. Right? Which is exactly what happened to me. Yeah. In college, I learned a little something about the plight of woman. Ever heard of it? Yeah, did you know that 1 in 5 women on college campuses experience sexual assault? Yeah, it kind of goes from being like, yeah, Michael has the most amazing biceps to like, Michael can use those biceps to cover your mouth and muffle your screams. I do like being choked though during sex. I feel like that's probably obvious just by looking at me. I am kind of wondering though, like men, do you choke me because you know I think it's hot, or deep down do you think I deserve it? I am toxic in my own ways too. I don't want to, like one time I was going through my ex's phone, my ex-boyfriend's phone, and I'll admit that's a red flag, okay? I love this, Mike. Everyone's so supportive. It's kind of a red flag. I don't know, I read this text that said, Shelby's hot, but is she worth the baggage? Yeah. And spoiler, I was not. That's why I think men are kind of better off without me. I don't know, I'm better off being gay. I am pretty new to being gay. Yeah, or I'm not new to being gay, obviously, because like, born this way, whatever. But I am new to having gay sex. And I know you don't need to have gay sex to prove to yourself that you're queer, but it helps.
Help me. Basically what happened was I liked this girl. I thought we might hook up, but I didn't know what I was doing, right? I felt like a 13-year-old boy or a 26-year-old man in Bushwick. I didn't know how to please a woman. But I do have a lot of queer female friends, and they all gave me the same exact advice, which is that straight sex with a guy could not be more different than gay sex with a woman, okay? Gay sex with a woman, that's super talkative, and you'll be constantly checking in with her to make sure she's okay. And I was like, okay, so the key to gay sex with a woman is communication and consent? Yeah. That's like reminding someone they should blow dry their hair outside the bathtub. If you're not doing that way, it's probably unsafe, right? But they didn't tell me, so like straight sex with a guy, that's all about like dick, right? But gay sex with a woman, that's all about knees. Yeah, you're sort of gonna lie horizontally over top a woman and perform a series of slow mountain climbers to bring her to climax. Yeah, that will work. That will work. I came out to my parents recently. That's something. No, do not applaud. I would have rather not done that. It did not go over well for my mom. She did not believe me. The first words out of her mouth were, "Are you gonna shave your head and start wearing only black?" Yeah. And I was like, Leslie, you're missing the point. I still want to be pretty. I just want to fuck girls who shave their heads and wear only black. Also, Mom, if you didn't want me to be gay, why'd you throw me so many rock climbing birthday parties growing up? Kind of sounds like you were asking for it. It is kind of crazy to me that my mom couldn't believe her daughter could be queer because she believes in alien conspiracy theories. Okay, so she believes in stuff, right? She knows how to believe. My mom thinks that aliens are living amongst us on Earth, but her daughter can't be gay. She's too blonde. My mom has this crazy theory. She thinks that aliens are traveling to Earth to eat the internal organs of farm cattle because it gets them high. Yeah, and I don't know what's crazier, the fact my mom believes that, or the fact that aliens are traveling billions and billions of light years just to blaze up. But I was like, okay, Mom, this is what you think? I can work with that. You think that aliens are traveling to Earth to eat the insides of cows. I traveled to New York City to eat the inside of Aubrey Plaza. Does that make sense? She said, oh my God, Shelby, this is about Aubrey? And I was like, yes, Mom, this is about Aubrey. She said, honey, that girl can park and wreck me any day. Yeah. All right, you've been great. Woo! Thank you so much.
Yes!
Give it up for Shelby, everybody. Very funny. We're going to be seeing big things. Probably on the Tonight Show. Give it up one more time for Shelby. That was hilarious and informative. All right, let's get Jason King up. Can we get Jason King? Bam! One of the funniest guys in New York.
Hey guys, make the most noise you've ever made in your life! Okay, alright, that's pretty good for the most noise you've ever made in your life. Have you guys never seen a scary movie or had a strange bump in your penis? What's going on? That's fine. Hey, one more bit of noise for all the vulnerability in this room. Yeah, alright, that's good. I don't know if you guys know this, people in the back, I don't know if you know this. Bit of news. Guys, there's an epidemic going on, okay? I don't know if you know this, but black dudes everywhere are being asked what they'd do if they were in bed with a white woman and she said the N-word.
No.
Yeah, I know my answer, alright? I'm coming. I'm coming, but she's not. Got that tea kettle laugh over there. Yeah, I'm coming, but she's not. She'll be lucky if she gets 3 fifths of a cum. All right. Like, you can't say the N-word and then expect me to go down south. All right? Like, my tongue is remaining above the Mason-Dixon line. If anything, I'm gonna like sabotage her coming, you know? Like she'll be like, don't stop. I'll like leave, put on a, you know, get a snack, put on a documentary about Harriet Tubman, come back in the room and make her feel insecure about her body with a Negro spiritual. You know, like if she has a small butt, I'd be like, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Oh yeah. Anybody here ever had sex with someone and then realized we're racist afterwards?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, look at Jason.
Look at, okay, that's fair. That's fair, Shelby. You're right. All right. What happened?
What happened?
If it's too vulnerable, you don't have to say it. It's okay. You've had enough vulnerability for today.
I fucked him again, but I felt badly about it.
You fucked him again? Boo. Let's no, don't boo her. She's a good person now. She's a I don't know. I had sex with someone and I realized they were racist during sex. Yeah. I was having sex with this white lady in her car. That's not the funny part. All right. I had sex with this white lady in her car, right? And then a black dude passed by outside, and then she locked the door. I was like, I'm right here. Yeah, it was crazy, you know, because we were having sex. She was there. She's like, click, click. Don't stop. I'm like, hey, yo, we gotta stop. we can't keep. I can't just like, you know. I looked to the dude outside. I was like, you see this? He's like, yeah. It's kind of like if you were like hanging out with like your white friend and then like a thug black dude passed by and then your white friend was like he grabbed his dick and he was like, sup, and then he just like went back to the conversation. He was like, yeah, so I called my mom a bitch at the film festival. I'm like, bro, what just happened? Oh man, all right, cool. A lot of you guys related to that film festival? I feel like there's a lot of interracial dating going on nowadays. I feel like the only people who try to take credit for it are like white dudes with black girlfriends. Ooh, this guy he was like, oof. I get it. I don't know. We were at work recently and we were talking about our weekends. And this white dude was like, yeah, so I was hanging out with my black wife. And we went to go see our African-American in-laws from Nigeria. It was kind of crazy. And like to an extent, like I get it, you know what I mean? Like I feel like, you know, like maybe like white dudes like do get some credit because like you're inviting potential racial aggression into your life when you didn't need to, right? But I feel like you shouldn't get credit if she's hot. Right? Like people will be like, yeah, I'm dating a black woman. I'm like, yeah, she looks like Halle Berry. You know, if Halle Berry or like Zoe Kravitz walked into a Klans meeting with those like Catwoman suits they had on in the Batman movies, like all the Klansmen would have to change their sheets. Right? You guys remember like Tomb Raider Angelina Jolie? Remember that? Yeah, you remember like if Tomb Raider Angelina Jolie lost an arm, right? And then I started having sex with her and telling people about it. No one would be like, look at this great man dating this disabled woman. They'd be like, look at this piece of shit trying to get credit for fucking Angelina Jolie. It's fucked up, I don't know. I feel like the only white dude who deserves credit for dating a black woman is the guy who dated Leslie Jones.
Oh, don't hate on her.
I won't.
She's so fucking funny.
She's funny, but she's got a very gummy smile and a body like a fridge. It's okay. We're both black. It's fine. It's fine. I knew that wouldn't work in this room. You guys don't like me anymore.
No.
Look at me.
We love you.
Shitting on a prominent, powerful person. Okay, I'll say this and I'll leave. Because I think that's what everybody wants.
No.
We went through an applause break together, guys. How far I've fallen. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know if you saw this recently. There was like a soccer player. He scored a goal, all right, and then he went to celebrate, and they took a picture of him when he celebrated. And when he celebrated, people could see that he had a giant dick, right? And they were like, if it's this big when he's soft, imagine how big it is when he's aroused. And my thing is like, what if he just really enjoys his job? Like, what if that's what happens when you find your calling? You know? I really like cartoons. Like, if I ever had the opportunity to work at Cartoon Network, I'd just be walking around with a throbbing cock. You know, like HR would they'd come up to me and they'd be like, "Hey, we need to talk about your behavior, but first, do you like working here?" And I'd be like, "You tell me." Seems like I like it quite a bit. All right, guys, my time. Thank you very much.
Somebody get this guy a job at Cartoon Network. This guy needs an Adult Swim show right now. Give it up one more time. Give it up one more time for the very hilarious Jason King. We're lucky to have him every week. He's blessed us. Give it up for Jason King. He's a brilliant comedian. Very funny. All right, is Zach Didinato out there? Zach Didinato, are you still in the house? Let's give it up for Zach Didinato, I believe making an open mic debut. Once again, it's a 2-drink minimum. We're hanging out, we're partying, we're having a great time. Everybody's chilling. Give it up for Zach Didinato.
What?
Start. Got my backpack on in case I bomb. I can leave immediately. We're good to go. Really fucking good start, dude. Good start. Thank you guys for staying. I appreciate it. I realize it's midnight almost, so way past my bedtime. I usually go to bed at like 9:30. Play some checkers, eat some cereal, and then I'm out. Dude, I don't like how they advertise phones as waterproof, and then you spill a drop of water on your phone screen and it acts as a fucking hand. It's like, how have we not figured this out yet, dude? One drop of water exits out of like 87 different apps, right? It's like it's raining. Whoops, now you own real estate in Idaho. You know, the only good part about that is it's not a bad excuse if you sent a text you shouldn't have sent, right? Exactly. Why'd you send that text? I just spilled water on my phone. She's like, it said, "Ashley, sit on my face." I'm like, yeah, you know how water gets. She's like, "You referred to me by first name?" Yeah, it was smart water. I don't know what to tell you. So there are parents out there that have substance abuse issues. My dad was one of them. He did steroids. That was his thing. He just shot gear and watched Fox News. That was good dude. Can we all agree though, if you're gonna abuse a substance, steroids is a lot better than something like heroin, right? Because if you're doing heroin, your kid will find you like knotted out on the floor, even dead. Dude, not my dad. My dad just aggressively chugged eggs, yelled at me for no reason, had great shoulders. That's it. That's the cool part about steroids is that they work well. He was jacked. Right? Like nobody there were no moms in the neighborhood gossiping about him doing opiates or anything. They were just all at my soccer games trying to fuck him. Yeah, he was a good guy. He wouldn't even try and hide it either. I'd like catch him at home doing them. And I'm like, "Dad, what's that?" He's like, "It's my medicine to keep me healthy." And like, I can't even argue. He looks fucking great. You know? He looked good. Fucking, like, you can't do that with meth. Right? He's like, "It's my medicine to keep me healthy." And 6 weeks later, he looks like one of those dogs in the Sarah McLachlan commercial. Like, that's not keeping you healthy. Right? The first question I always get asked too is when I tell people that is, did his dick shrink? And I don't have a before and after photo. I don't have a baseline, right? But what I can say is I hope not. Because he had an absolute hog on steroids. So his off steroids cock, that's his business, not mine. Yeah. Dude, I just found out I turned a girl lesbian. Again. This is number 2 now, right? The first girl made sense, right? Like the first girl, usually after you sleep together, she'll take your hoodie. This girl took my Nike Elite basketball shorts. So I was like, all right, that checks out. The second girl, that one came out of left field. Right? She was a cheerleader, her dad was a Republican. And I was like, that one just felt personal. Right? Which, like, I don't know, dude. I feel like that deserves a letter somewhere in LGBTQ. Right? Like, give me a C on the end for catalyst. You react with me, you go lesbian. I feel like, because right, and someone, one time I did that, someone came up to me, they're like, there is a letter, it's A for ally. I was like, but I'm more than an ally. Right? Because I've never donated to any of these causes. But I have turned 2 people lesbian, and that's something. That is something I'll take, right? I know. So there's 2 types of diabetes, right? There's type 1, which you're born with, and then there's type 2, you eat your way into. You know, and I have a friend with type 1, right? And I didn't know this, but apparently they're not big fans of people with type 2, because they were born with it, and these guys like, you're just, got it on not on purpose, but you know what I mean. Right? So apparently I didn't know there was discrimination in the blood sugar community. That was, it's new to me. Right? And he's like, yeah, we're not big fans of them. I was like, I didn't know type 1 treats type 2 like Republicans treat illegal immigrants. These guys are taking all the insulin. Right? I was like, are you guys Bane and these guys are Batman? Right? Like, you really adopted diabetes. I was born with it, molded by it. Right? I don't know. That was fun. My Bane voice does need work, but yeah, dude. Why is that the only ailment we do that with? Right? We only do that with diabetes. Imagine if we did that with autism. It's like type 1 you're born with. Type 2 you've just played with trains for so many years. Your body's like, me and the train are one now. This is how it's gonna be. I also recently learned that you can be born with HIV if your mom had it. That's gonna be a tough conversation, right? Someone comes up to you like, how'd you get HIV? You didn't wear protection? Like, no, my mother. We need to separate those two, right? HIV 1, HIV 2. HIV 2, you're a whore. HIV 1, your mom was. That usually does well, fuck. Alright, the content maybe not great. Structurally, that wasn't terrible, right? Can we agree the structure there was not bad? Woo! Alright guys, you guys have been wonderful. Have a good night.
Zach DiDonato, everybody. Structurally sound. Give it up one more time for Zach DiDonato. All right, we're gonna keep going with comedy. Can we get Bias up? Can we get Bias up? Gonna do some comedy for us? Give it up here as we make our way into the midnight hour. Woo!
That's cool. I can wait. Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Bias. A lot of people mispronounce my name, but I usually give them a hard time. But recently, I got a little bit of karma because I went to a meetup and I introduced myself as Bias, and a group of Indians came up to me, and they're like, "You're saying your name wrong." I was like, "I think I know my own name." So I went home and I Googled it. Turns out I don't know my own name. I've been mispronouncing my own name my whole life. Imagine that. Imagine you pronouncing your name Jessica your whole life, and one day a group of Indians come up to you, and they're like, "No, it's Bias." Blow your mind. I have a low confidence, which is a weird thing to say about yourself, you know? Because if someone said that about me, I could do something about it. But saying I have low confidence implies that I think I should have more confidence. Like, I am confident that I should have more confidence. I'm borderline arrogant about how much confidence I think I should have. If someone were to come up to me and be like, "Hey, you should have more confidence, Bias," I'd be like, "I know." You think I don't fucking know how much confidence I should have, bitch? I have too much confidence in not having confidence. I went through a breakup recently. My ex and I broke up because we had different interests. She liked ramen. Not talking about the noodles, just Vietnamese ramen. Yeah, she was really into kinky stuff. She liked to choke. She wanted to be choked during sex, which made me really uncomfortable, kind of like you guys are right now. But I did it anyway, and in the process of doing it, I went from being uncomfortable to like comfortable, you know? Which made her uncomfortable. So I took my hands off. I was like, I'm not gonna get in trouble or anything. And then she started looking at me like I was being a pussy. So I didn't know what to do then, so I murdered her. That would be the best solution. Some of you guys look worried. Don't be worried. I did get off that night. It's nothing to be worried about. It's totally fine. You shouldn't murder anyone. You can get a life sentence if you murder someone. You know? You get multiple life sentences. What does that mean? That means nothing, right? Unless you're Hindu. Then multiple life sentences are really bad. You wake up as a baby crying in a hospital. First thing happens, a cop comes in. Shut the fuck up, baby. You know what you did. You have a red dot on your forehead. It's not because you're Hindu, it's just the sniper's ready to take you out, you know? My grandma's Hindu. Wonderful lady. She's a really sweet lady. And every time she calls, I fucking hate it. Because she's so nice. That's why I have to be nice. I can't be like, what the fuck do you want, grandma? Can't have like a bad day. To be like, hello buddy, how you doing? I'm doing well. I'm studying well. I haven't been to school in 6 years. There's a lot of effort, because every time she calls I have to put on a little bit of an accent. And the reason I have to put on an accent is because it helps understand what you're saying. It's the polite thing to do. If you were to go to another country, the polite thing to do is to do their accent. Hold on. Only if you look like the people there. Like I could go to India and be like, oh hello uncle, auntie, how are you doing? But I can't go to like China and be like, oh hello uncle, auntie, how you all doing all the time? Oh, don't get mad. I'm just trying to help you understand what I say, okay? Okay? Yeah. I feel like I split the room a little bit. For the record, I said, don't do the accent. Definitely don't do a karate chop. Because karate is a Japanese art, so it's going to be racist in Japan. Sushi. Alright, you guys were great. Give it up to your host one more time.
Give it up for Via. Very funny stuff. And once again, I'm tagging everybody in the Easy Paradise Mag Instagram stories. If you want to find any of the artists, if you love any of the artists that you have seen here today, check out the Easy Paradise Mag Instagram stories. Sign up for next week. Can we get Bob Broya? Is Bob Broya out there? Let's get Bob Broya up to read some poetry for us. Great poet. We're back every Monday. We're here every week. Give it up for Sparrow one more time. Legend. Lucky to have him. And Bob Broya, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
You want to stand or? I'll stand. You plug in?
It's a 2-drink minimum, and tip Amanda generously. She's a great, great person.
There we go. How's everybody doing today?
What I want
isn't real. I'm indecisive, lying in the morning. Talked with the devil, almost sold my soul. And can you feel it? Oh yeah. Bend down upon her skin. And can you feel the rain? Pouring down upon her skin. I went to the doctor. He gave me a pill. I did not take it, but I know who will. I'm in my red car, driving off road. My eyes with the lion, then my blood went cold. And can you feel it? Oh yeah. Pouring down upon her skin. And can you feel the rain? Hey, hey. Pouring down upon her skin. Can you feel it? Yeah. Pouring down upon her skin. And can you feel the rain? Hey, hey. Pouring down upon her skin. Pouring down upon her skin. Pouring down upon her skin.
Thank you. Let's go. Can you feel the rain?
Yes!
Give it up for Bob Broya, everybody. Sounded great. Thank you all for sticking around. We're having a great time. We're having a blast. We're having a big party on Monday. Performance party. Everybody's bringing their genius and their talent. We're super excited to see what we have left. Can we get G.R. Tomani? Is G.R. Tomani out there making their Easy Paradise debut, everybody? Once again, do some shots. Get some drinks. G.R. Tomani.
Cheers. So, I'm a poet and philosopher.
Yeah!
Author of 6 poetry books, 5 of which have been accepted or published, except for the one about New Jersey. Which makes sense.
Yeah!
Exactly. So here's the first poem from my second book, Ballad of an American Ganymede. It's just about the Ganymede myth, where Zeus abducts a young shepherd guy and he turns him into his sex toy, etc. So, Book 5, Canto 2, An American Ganymede pops an Adderall. Why risk doing cocaine, thought Ganymede, when Adderall is legal? His insurance will not pay for coke, and an Addy XR lasts longer anyhow. Just 10 milligrams, doctor, is all I need. A tender morning jolt. Ganymede, Ganymede, how often must you clean your apartment? It is fine. To be sure, an American Ganymede on Addy may experience a swing of moods. At the very least, an Addy puts a Ganymede in touch with his emotional side. A Ganymede who pops an Addy is liable to busy his hands in some fashion. He may water his plants, do the dishes, or get done a lot of creative work. Americans already drink coffee, Ganymede S, so why not pop an Addy?
Yeah!
Alright, Book 4, Canto 2, An American Ganymede pays no cover charge. An American Ganymede carries no cash. What, did you expect him to pay? The manager has already told you once. Ganymede is on the list. That is that. Not that you needed persuading, only you needed reminding, you fucking idiot. Wherever goes an American Ganymede, he need not pay. This is edict. You ask, who is the lawgiver? Why, the state of nature herself. The beautiful should not have to pay. They should only have to play. It is we who owe them homage for their beauty. A tithe is in order. O Ganymede, joy of man's desiring, you shall pay no cover charge. Let any man who dares oblige a Ganymede to pay risk fisticuffs from me. Book 4, Canto 5. An American Ganymede receives reciprocal restroom fellatio. How well trafficked are those restrooms at the club you frequent, young Ganymede? An American Ganymede is never in the mood for a bad time, so why does he do it? A pressured experience. Some may find excitement in that. Does Ganymede? Never expect that an American Ganymede will be anything but capricious. Hither, you anthropologists, you Ganymede ethnographers, the cycle begins anew. From across the club, an American Ganymede is enticed by an American Ganymede. Was it 3 winks? Or 4? Codified semiotics for meet me in the restroom. Ganymede, we are not proud of you. Your chosen is 3rd tier and nearing 26. Very well, do as you please, you tempestuous thing, you gambler, you Ganymede. Cheers.
Wow. Yes. Loved it. Thank you for coming out. GR Tomani. What is a Ganymede?
It's like a young guy that an older person preys upon.
Wow. Thank you for that useful term that we can use in our lives. Ganymede, everybody.
It's what Rosalind turns into in As You Like It. It's her disguise. Rosalind and As You Like It, yes?
Shakespeare reference. Well, yeah, but...
And it's for his birthday.
But there's a Jericho Brown poem called Ganymede that's very good.
There you go, everybody. Shakespeare, Jericho Brown. Happy birthday. Give it up for GR Tomani. Bringing the Ganymede into our lives. Okay, we've got a very special recitation coming up for you. Get ready to be blown away. This is an ongoing installment of a serial 1-sentence novel. It's going to revolutionize literature. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, let's give a big round of applause for Ashley Escobar, Aiden Watson accompanying her on guitar, and I'm going to be playing a little of my jazz piano for you.
That's right. So let's get this going.
Get out of here.
That's right. Here comes some jazz piano.
Okay, stop playing games.
Generation Mundane. Screams of abandonment.
Yes.
I can do anything. You just do what you're doing. I'm gonna watch it. You can hold my top of it. Yeah. It's gonna be like
Imagine this without any punctuation. Woo! Woo!
yeah.
Oh my, it's so bad here. I'm trying to get my AirPods. I can't read under this lighting.
You have to. Everybody does.
Okay.
It's wonderful.
Do you want me to hold the light? No, I'm okay. I'm just trying to figure out how to read.
Look that way.
Does that turn on? Oh, no, this is better, I think. Okay. Sorry. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. My AirPods died on the way to TBI. I never found the time to charge the case. It would probably take 15 minutes. I wore white leg warmers with high top navy Converse and a tennis skirt, but everyone focused. Maybe I'll just sit. Okay. It's better now. Okay. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Okay.
Actually,
We're starting for real right now. Okay. 3, 2, 1. My AirPods died on the way to TBI. I never found the time to charge the case. It would probably take 15 minutes. I wore white leg warmers with high top navy Converse and a tennis skirt, but everyone focused on the Brandy Melville baby tee. I wanted to buy one from Almighty, but I didn't want to spend anything on a cropped shirt. I get the one that says James Franco would never treat me like this. Or your taste is so bad, all the music you listen to sucks. The Who's Your Daddy one was too fugly. Could I get away with only buying one drink? The first time I went to TBI, I saw Bush Tetras, and then drank my way across the L train, and stared at the Christmas lights at Duck Duck. To get to TBI, you have to get off at Halsey, which is an anagram of Ashley. The second time, I cried to Elliott Smith before Matt comforted me. Dine and dash at a vegetarian deli, and I read my classic on penguins in Brooklyn poem, and everyone thought it was funny, except we weren't exactly in Brooklyn. They had advertised it as the Ridgewood-Bushwick border. I woke up and went to the bookstore. The next day, I read some of my fragments and bummed an American Spirit off Lucy, got stuck in a conversation about slow cinema versus Hollywood. Yeah, there's religious trauma, and then there's film school trauma. I had the latter. I broke a glass church pulpit when I was 7, unlocked genius mode. Now it's time to write a hit play. It would be about making a film about orchestrating an open mic that's actually just part of a post-mumblecore film. Such a noise. The dream I had in Montreal was slowly coming true with the rival poetry cults, but where were the boomboxes? I had only been to Montreal one long weekend with my friend Lulu, but if I wrote about her, this whole novel would be about LA. Everyone had judged me on the drive up for adding espresso shots to my maple steamer in Burlington. Granted, theirs was perfect, but I needed the energy. The art on the walls from the local elementary school students were on a more advanced level of expression than anything I had seen in a while. This 420 I bought a pre-roll because none of my friends had bongs. That was the consequence of being a high school stoner. We larped as Columbia STEM undergrads and crashed their surf and turf dinner where there were inflatable flamingos and sharks hanging from the ceiling. Spring break forever. We had lobster steak and handjob cake. It just wasn't as good as the real thing, despite being layered in all of the colors of the rainbow. It started to taste like Play-Doh, so I threw it away. Girls were dressed up in cowboy hats to ride the mechanical bull on the lawn, but none of the hats were pink with miniature type tiaras, like the one I wore when I turned 18 and had blue hair. And I had no plans but to eat sushi in bed the next morning. I couldn't get the taste of Play-Doh out of my mouth. I would rather be on the meal plan at Soho Diner. Aiden and I were late to spring breakers at the Roxy because we were too busy listening to St. Christopher. It's a Sarah Records band I mistook for Christopher Street by Felt. It's called Being Twee as Fuck Mad, so we missed the Skrillex intro song. Ended up getting a Tito's Rose Lemonade at Cafe Reggio for no reason. I got into Bergheim, but not the NYU library. So we went home, got wasted at 8:10 with new friends, made a joke about going to Times Square that was taken seriously. Don't you know I'm mostly irreverent? All the blossoms flooded the tracks. I wasn't aware my roommates were out of town until I checked their location. I left my keys in my other coat pocket, so the super had to break in. It's not my fault I went to a school where nobody could lock their doors. There is now a deadly fire on screen at Dave & Buster's. There were wars going on. A child was killed on vacation. Yet Aiden and Annie stuffed their faces with boneless chicken wings because they were children. They thought I peaked at Bennington. I won a sparkly gold duck at the claw machine. I'm good at controlling things. We shoplifted mini frisbees and a souvenir shot glass that kept the pistachios behind glass along with the headphones. I babysit rock stars, specifically the American Jarvis Cocker. Having a rum and coke with you is even more fun than non-denominationally praying in the Earth Church. We missed their open mic. Aiden already felt nostalgic for this conversation. I had the urge to hit a lick. Noah FaceTimed me because Decepticon came on. We helped him pick Skinny Pop from the vending machine before he took the Ram Van to watch Damsels in Distress with us. He fell asleep during Bully. Apparently I laughed the entire time. We slept until 4. I met up with Aiden to pick up a long arm stapler, but it turned into the whole day. I needed coffee, so we stopped by my mom by the Whitney. Pistachio milk either isn't as creamy or maybe it doesn't mix with honey lavender. Aiden judged me for eating peas. I need various textures in my pasta. I think rhyming interlocutor with cuter rocks. Matt doesn't think so. He made us walk all the way to Bleecker Street Playground from West 4th just to walk back and take the train. We both can't believe he skipped the bachelor party to chug mango vodka. Our living room dance party lasted 5 seconds before I moved to the bedroom. I had cherubs on my shirt and he thought I bought it online, and Aiden said it was Gen Z representation, but I'm in the shop while you're online. We were in Central Park for Shakespeare's birthday. He was oblivious to the De Vere debate, falling asleep on a rock. Look, Daddy, I can climb the ledge. Not enough cash for a hot dog. Remember the last time you ate one? I blacked out, settled for a market plate of maple seed potatoes and chicken tenders at Whole Foods. Went to bed before 11, slept in on a Monday, argued with someone on Wikipedia. Why did they care so much? I was just doing my job. My job is to run the show. I am the show. What exactly did you want for an encore? Thank you. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, Matt.
Give it up for Ashley, everybody. Improvisation. That's a one.